Well, I can't say that I'm surprised there, brother. I can't say that I'm surprised that the baby is hungry, sleepy, and poopy. There's no surprise there for me. Not even a little. Don't know why you think there would be. Not for me, friend. Rinse, repeat is right. Rinse, repeat is 100% right. Let's get our music going. Let's get the music going. There it is. Got it. Bingo. Can bango, you guys. Got the avalanche in the background. Look at that. Look at that symbol. I love that symbol. Oh, a mech? A mech! Survival first is... Yeah, all right. Oh, sorry. You're over there too. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I got you over here. I got you over here. I got you in both locations. It's beautiful. I love having you in both locations. Go Kraken. Fuck you. And that'll be what you get tonight, all right? 100%. That's what you're getting all night long. Just fuck. Fuckity fuck. There, we started off with a lot of F words. Love you too, brother. Love you too. Welcome back to Save versus Poison. My name is Will. I'm your host. As well as being your host, I'm also an addict in recovery. It's been 3 years and about 4 months, 3 years, 4 months, something like that. It's like 3 years, 4 months of sober bliss. Just, blissful sobriety. Who doesn't love some sobriety? A lot of people don't love sobriety, but the ones of us that have found the hack, we do like being clear-headed quite a bit. I had a conversation earlier today at the gymnasia, another place where I like to ply my getting myself to be the best person, best version of myself that I can be. Had a conversation with somebody today about the nature of being sober. It doesn't matter how bad my day is in any other circumstance. I could have a shit day from start to finish. But a shit day start to finish now means not making the same mistakes that I used to make, which would just make the day that much shittier. There's nothing like having a fight with your wife at the end of a shitty day because you got drunk and couldn't handle yourself. Nothing like that at all. Nothing like being super passive aggressive. I love being passive aggressive. Just ask me how much I love being passive aggressive. I don't like it at all. I lied. I don't like being passive aggressive. Fuck passive aggression. Not my favorite thing ever. Not my favorite thing at all. Anytime I do it, anytime somebody else does it, it just makes me angry. It frustrates me. It makes me angry. It irritates. It's not good. It's not a good thing. You know what I mean? Not a good thing. So yeah. Tonight on the show, we're gonna paint. I want to listen to the Avs game, or at least have it on a screen somewhere near me where I can watch it. Even if I'm, not 100% paying attention to other stuff, I want to be able to watch it. I want to be able to have it on my screen. Hey, Talis, what's up, man? Good evening, friend. Good evening. So we're gonna have the Avs game on in the background. You guys will be able to watch it if you have access to TVS. Then you can be watching me watching it while you're watching it too. Won't that be great? It's a hockey turducken. It's a beautiful cycle. It's the world of hockey. It's who I am. It's a part of me that I've denied for too long, being a hockey guy. I got to get back to it, baby. I got to get back on the ice. Got my swag on. There it is. Look at it in all its glory. I thought about wearing a full-on one of my hockey sweaters, but I don't want to get oil paint all over it because that shit is madness to try to get out. It's just not worth it, my friends. Just not worth it. So yeah, things are good. It was a good day. Got to the gym. Got the episode of the podcast recorded, lickety split. Although it was when I do a podcast by myself and there's nobody to interrupt me, I often find that I do tend to go a little long-winded and a little bit rambly, even though it's an audio medium, right? I have to be able to keep talking. I have to be able to keep, pushing through whatever the content is that I'm trying to make. And yeah, so sometimes when I do that, I feel a little bit, little weirded out by it, a little bit weirded out by it, but not too much, just a little tiny bit. I don't have a Kraken jersey yet. Eventually, though, I mean, they're spendy, man. See if you can find, something off label. But I love the idea of you being in a Kraken jersey. We'll see what happens tonight, man. You guys are out McCann because of the hit that Makar threw on him. Makar is out because of the hit that he threw on McCann. Valerie Nichushkin left the country under suspicious circumstances. That's all I can say. That's all I know about it. Under suspicious circumstances. It really does throw me for a fucking loop. No Landeskog, no Helm. Just injury upon pawn shop style. If you can get it, man. That's awesome. It's awesome that McCann is your player. Makar is our player. I don't want players out. I want the best players from each team to be on the ice because that makes for the most fun, enjoyable to watch hockey. Like, we might win, we might lose. Seeing Gretzky on the ice when you're a Vancouver fan and he was playing for Edmonton, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's good to watch Gretz. It's good to watch Gretz and Messier work together. That's fun. It's fun to watch Malkin and Crosby back in their heyday. Backstrom and Ovechkin. Sakic and Forsberg. Thornton and Pavelski. Corey Perry and Getzlaf. I mean, these were guys that were a lot of fun to watch. That's what they say when you get kidnapped, left the country. I don't know, man. Like, suspicious circumstance. He was escorted from the hotel under security. And hours later, a woman showed up at Harborview Medical Center. Morgul says hello. Hi, buddy. I hope she's doing well. I hope that she's doing. I hope you guys are doing. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys are all doing the best that you can. I hope you guys are working on becoming the best versions of yourselves. All of you. I want that. I want that desperately for all of you. So, sobriety. Let's check in. Let's do a check-in. Let's do it real quick. My name's Will. I'm an alcoholic. Sober 3 years, 4 months ish, approximately. The last couple of days have been suburban stressful, just around the corner from where Lily was born, Harborview. Yep. So, it's been just a suburban stressful kind of week. Like, it's only 3 days in, but the amount of stuff that we've had to deal with, and none of it's like terrible, none of it's awful. She says she's proud of you. She's baking for her business. Oh, right on. Very cool. Thank you so very much for the pride. Much appreciated. I mean, she saw me at the last event where I was drinking, and it was a lot. It was a lot. I knew how to throw him down. That wasn't a bad event for me. That's the thing. Like, I think back on that event on Lock and Load that year, and I had a great time. Feeding people the tacos and hosting the drinkery with other people. I had a great time. I love doing that kind of stuff. I loved doing that kind of stuff. The tacos. Yeah, so I think we're starting to do the tacos at Warfare Weekend. So I think that's going to become a thing next year. I got a couple of local friends in St. Louis that are going to help make that a reality. And I think we're going to try to figure out a way to do that. That should be a lot of fun. I like community and I like feeding people. That stuff is key to my interpersonal happiness. Key to it. So, suburban stressful. Between conversations with my wife about the nature of our life here in Colorado, her career, where it's going, where we want it to go, how it's going to happen. Like, all these things are factors that we're, having to deal with as things come up. She's a traveling nurse right now who's not sure exactly what she wants to do in the next few in the next few years, except that she wants to be a mom. That's her big thing. She wants to be a mom, and I think that that's wonderful. And I want to be able to support that. But we have monetary needs, like everybody does, and that means that her being my sugar mama, that might be something that isn't a permanent state, something that I might have to step away from my role as the primary at-home caregiver to our kiddos, and re-enter the job force in a much more active way than I have been in the last couple of years. And don't get me wrong, the last couple of years have been amazing. Now, I don't want to go back to work full-time. I like having the part-time. I mean, I still make a decent middle-class income. It's not like I'm, not contributing, but could I contribute more? Yes. Would it take up more of my time? Absolutely. Quite a bit more of my time. Would I have to sacrifice things like my physical health by not being able to work out as much? Maybe, and that does scare me. So, yeah, I won't be home for another 2 years, but I'd gladly join you for more tacos. Are you being deployed, Bubba? Is that what's happening? Jesus, another 2 years. Fuck. Well, the next time I see you, hopefully we're making tacos. Oh, you're living in AZ right now? Okay. I thought you would like being deployed or something, or had joined, a federal agency. But you're in AZ right now. Gotcha. Well, when did that happen? I'm curious. Curious when that happened. So we've got all these, we've got the stresses. But the stresses exist. They are there. And people don't collapse from stress if they have appropriate tools to deal with that stress. And luckily, we do have the appropriate tools to deal with that stress. We speak in a very emotionally open and intelligent way with each other. We make sure that when we have a feeling about a situation that's going on, whether that feeling is a positive or a negative, it's something that we share. Like I told my wife, I don't want to go back to full time. Now that's selfish of me to not want to go back to full time. But I have to let my partner know what's going on in my head. I have to be a parent. I have to be transparent with that. I have to be open and honest. She can't react and talk to me as an equal if I'm not willing to treat her like an equal and give her the entirety of, what's going on inside my head. Oh no, after working for the Marine Corps, any 3-letter agency is going to have to be very persuasive in order to get me to work for them. Ha ha ha. Gotcha, buddy. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. My wife almost went down, after she got her doctorate, she almost went down the path of becoming a civilian federal employee, just because a doctorate in nursing practice and a master's in public health, they have a place in policy creation. But each one of it's another one of those, you got to have experience to get experience kind of things. And she didn't have the experience. She had the education, but not the experience. So she decided to do the in-town nursing travel assignments, which were lucrative, but fraught with peril. So anyways, all that to say, it's been a hectic couple of days. It's been a lot of conversations. And over the last, 2 days, a whole lot of the conversation has been, open, honest, but stressful. And haven't really been tempted to drink, which has been really, really good, because once upon a time, I got stressed. And I think I relayed in the episode of the podcast that I recorded earlier that ordinarily I would have wanted to be loaded before we got into that conversation, which would have led to a less honest, less open, less fruitful, less interesting, less intelligent, less emotionally open and vulnerable version of that conversation, where I would have eventually decided that, I'm going to stick to my guns, but I'm going to do it in a passive-aggressive and gaslighty way, and that would lead to a fight. And not that any of the fights that I have ever been in with my wife have been screaming matches, except for one. That happened once. Everything else has been pretty chill. I've always prided myself on my conflict resolution skills since I was in my early or late 20s. I had an ex-girlfriend that taught me the value of being able to walk away evaluate my mental and emotional state, and then come back to the conversation with a when you I feel type statements, which has been a great boon to keeping our arguments to, you know, kind of a dull roar, really. But yeah, so have wanted to drink, have not wanted to drink, have not wanted to drink. Because I have not wanted to drink, I have not had a drink. I haven't even had like contextually based triggering moments, which is really kind of interesting, because normally that's what happens. Like, I'll see somebody else enjoying a drink on like a television show or something, and that's what triggers my head. Oh, they're having a drink, I want to drink. Like, the show Deadwood is famous for the amount of rampant alcoholism is in that show. It's a great show, by the way. It's one of my favorite shows. The dialogue writing is unbelievable. But if you're in any kind of a headspace where you're like, if I see one person enjoying a drink, it might make me drink, don't watch that show. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not worth it. Not worth it. But David Milch was once upon a time a brilliant writer. It's unfortunate that he is suffering from, I think, Alzheimer's. I think it's Alzheimer's that he's got going on, which is rough. That's a rough thing to see anybody. You know, mental deterioration, terrifying. Absolutely fucking terrifying. The only time that I've ever seen it work out was my grandmother-in-law was pleasantly demented. So every day she met new people and she was always excited about it. That's about it. That's about it. So, what are we doing tonight? What are we doing tonight? Well, we're going to paint. We're going to paint that paint scheme up there in the upper right-hand corner. That's going to be a great paint scheme. We already did it once for the King Crab. We did all of the principal blocking in of the acrylics. Now we're going to come back, and on some other models that I've also done that with, we're going to oil paint. I love oil paints. If you've never worked with oil paints, they are an amazing and, oddly enough, cost-effective way to get paint on your models. We're going to pan directly to our palette here. So these are the models that we're going to be painting tonight. Oop, pardon me. Looking at the camera and trying to fiddle around with these guys down here. Yikes. Don't remind me of so many models of paint. Me too, buddy. Me too. There's a pile of shame that could, I'm sure, stock most of a game store these days. Most of a game store. So what do we got? We've got our Hunchback 1, first iteration of a Hunchback. We have a Phoenix Hawk. We have an Archer. Missile Boat, I love that guy. It's one of my favorite design mechs. And we have a Locust. One of the reasons that I love these models, not only because they are cost effective, like these 4 models cost about $5 a piece. Now you might say $5 a piece, that seems pretty expensive. Outside of the context that you can get meaningful gameplay on the table with this group of 4. Classic Battletech was a game that was designed around 4 models. 4 models. That's it. That's it. And in point of fact, when you start out playing this game, it's such an incredibly in-depth game of micromanaging each one of the systems in the mech that you're playing with that they suggest starting with 1 mech per player. So, what are the tools that we're going to need for getting paint onto our models? Well, we need paint. We need oil paints. For our oil paint palette, we are going to use the tried and trues from Gamblin. These are some of my absolute favorite paints, but Gamblin's Titanium White, Gamblin's Ivory Black. We have Winsor & Newton's Payne's Gray. This is actually a water mixable oil color, which is kind of fascinating. You can actually mix this with water. We're not going to, but you could if you wanted to. Still works just fine with mineral spirits. We have cadmium red, true cadmium red, not a fake cadmium red. French ultramarine. Cadmium yellow, another cadmium color. And burnt sienna. Those are going to be our 7 colors that we're going to be using to play. So my entire army is a pile of shame currently. I haven't played War of Hordes probably since that last login mode. Yeah, I have one friend that I spend a little bit of time with playing War Machine with, but he's a dad and trying to get our schedules, you know, working in tandem with each other is not the easiest freaking thing. It's actually kind of frustrating sometimes. But, you know, I don't know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What am I going to do? What are we going to do? So really quickly, I'm going to start getting my self ready to watch because I want the Avs game on in the background. I do. I need it. I need the Avs game in the background. Did I miss the blowy? Sorry, at work. No, you did not miss the blowy. I haven't done it yet. We're going to do the David blowy in just a few minutes. We still have, we got about 6 minutes before game time. So we're okay for just a minute. So we're going to go back to, let's see, Deadwood is great, but more drinking that dogs in Game of Thrones. There's a lot of drinking in Game of Thrones. Yeah, absolutely. But seriously, go back and watch Deadwood and see how often somebody's drinking a shot of whiskey, which was kind of that was like my thing. I loved a shot of whiskey at the beginning of the evening. Actually, I like 6 shots of whiskey at the beginning of an evening. Hold on a second. I'm going to adjust my chair. You did not miss our David blowy moment, my friend. You did not miss it. So we're going to get nice and cozy up in here. We're going to get a little bit closer. I'm going to bring our microphone in. And we want to be, I want to be working in this range right here. I'm going to try to work right here. All right, so I have a palette right here with palette paper. I don't know if you can see it. Palette. So this is it's a plastic paper that's going to help make sure that our oil paints don't go all over the place. One of the great things about oil paints is they dry incredibly slowly. They're an incredibly slow drying painting medium. Our other tools that we're going to be using, we've got a couple of latex gloves to give prostate exams with. You're welcome, Matt Star. I know you love that kind of stuff. We've got the Humble, not the Humble. We have makeup sponges. Regular old makeup sponges. These are the non-latex ones, which will not crumble with age. So got a ton of those. This is Humble, the Humble Q-tip. That's right, friends. The Humble Q-tip. You know what? We actually forgot one thing. We forgot a pot of white spirits that we can clean our brushes off with at the end. I think I'm gonna have to run upstairs and go get that. So you guys chill right there. I'm gonna go get that. I'll be right back, and then we'll come back and I'll do the David blowy, okay? Alrighty. Sorry about the delay, everybody. Had to get white spirits. You need white spirits, everybody. Odorless white spirits. The odorless kind, which have no odor because they're odorless. You're welcome. Let's see. We're gonna go back to shit. I gotta go back to Talking Head for a second. Do the Bowie sound. And here is our David Bowie moment of the evening. Very, very exciting time to David Bowie, I think. Here it comes. So soon. It's gonna happen any minute. It's gonna be great. Very exciting. There it is. Didn't even look. The no look David Bowie. Zeros across the board. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of you. Let's be proud of each other together. Now, we're gonna do. See, this is for Madstar. This is for John. Just for you, buddy. That's what crinkling latex gloves sound like. Gotta love that, right? A crinkled latex glove. Why do we use gloves? Because cadmium is toxic. Cadmium is toxic. It is a toxin. We do not want to be touching cadmium with our bare hands. Even though tiny amounts of cadmium that we will contact if we don't wear gloves, not that big a deal. Not that big a deal. But still, safety first, everybody. Safety first. Oh, we're going to put the glasses on. There they are. Ooh, you know what? These need to clean first. Do we have our cloth? We do. We do have our cloth. And then we're going to start opening up paints and getting all of our paints onto our palette. And that is going to be the start of our painting evening. I'm excited to paint this stuff. I love working with oils. The reason that oils are so amazing is the drying time is so incredibly long that blending is an absolute dream. Blending and shading and highlighting, absolute dream. So each one of these models has a layer of acrylic. Now, acrylic is a fast drying paint, and we want a fast drying paint for our base layers. For these layers, these under layers, we kind of want something that's going to go on quickly and smoothly, and with a modicum, with a minimum of fuss. So that's what we want. Now, I've already done the basing for the most part on this. We're going to add a couple of details to it eventually, but for right now, this looks basic. I mean, this is basically tabletop ready. If I wanted to take this to a local game night, absolutely could, no problem. Although most game nights don't give a shit if your stuff is painted. I give a shit if my stuff is painted. So we're going to start out with our two go on every single freaking palette that I ever make, our ivory black and our titanium white. And we don't need too much of this stuff. Later we're going to make a wash out of the black, and we're going to use that for some panel lining. Oils are amazing because of all the stuff we already talked about, but also because they have a low surface tension when they are added to white spirit. So white spirit thins them down, lowers the surface tension. It means it flows beautifully into all the crevices. You're going to see that magic happen later on. Sorry, as I open up all of these tubes, we're going to start moving them off of my painting surface here. This is not a big painting surface. I have about 1.5 feet by 2 feet worth of space here, and that's about it. So it's not a lot. So Payne's Gray is a dark gray blue. This is one of my favorite shading colors. Absolute favorite shading colors. Also comes in a violet for when you want to do a warm application. Our burnt sienna, which is going to be the basis for our view screens. We're going to mix that with some black later on. Now, each one of these colors is in direct opposition in terms of its opacity to to an acrylic. In an acrylic paint, the darker the color, the more opaque, the less light shines through it, meaning the less coats of that paint you need to get a smooth surface. Which means that lighter colors require more. So like doing a white or a red in acrylics is a pain in the ass. In oils, though, that rule is flipped on its head. And you can get really, really smooth whites and reds and oranges and yellows in the first pass. Sometimes the second, but oftentimes in the very, very first pass, which is always great. As always, that was a lot of linseed oil. We might have to sop that up. There we go. We got a yellow. Fantastic. Good for us. I'm proud of us. You're proud of us. We're proud of us. All right. What are our brushes? Let's take a look at them. So we have a liner brush. Now this big fuzzy looking bastard, and you can tell it's big and fuzzy, so we'll put it right up next to one of the models. It's a big fuzzy looking bastard. When we load this with a thinned down paint, like we're going to with our shading, our panel lining, this will come to a really, really nice point and let us get into really tiny spots on the model, and allow that surface tension to draw the paint into all the crevices. We have a range of application brushes. So these are going to be our primary application brushes. These are going to come to a nice point, and they'll also be able to fan really, really beautifully. And I'll show you the fanning in a little bit. This is going to be one of our blending brushes. I have another liner over here. This is going to be a super fine detail brush if we need it. Don't know if we do, but if we need it, it's there. And then I have 3 blending brushes in differing sizes, or 4 blending brushes in differing sizes. So small detail blending brush, and these are called filbert brushes. Filbert brushes are a wide flat brush. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little better. There we go. That's a little bit better. So you can see that this is a wide flat brush. That's going to allow us to scubble the paint, and that's what we want to do. We want to scubble the paint. Actually, that is a filbert, yeah. So okay, I think I forgot a brush. I think I forgot our oiling basing brush. I forgot a brush. I gotta go back upstairs. Sorry about this, everybody. Be right back. Oh, he's so unprepared, that William. Much better. Sorry about that, everybody. I'll do one more thing, and then I think we'll be ready to start painting. As always, let's see if we can get this nice and small. There we go. And we're gonna go Hulu, and we're gonna start up the Avalanche game, because I want that in the background. There we go. Oh, fuck me. They're still playing the Florida-Boston game. Man. So it's going to be a couple minutes, it looks like. Well, that's kind of lame. All right, well, we got it up at least. We've got it up. I'll be able to check in on chat be able to watch the game. What more can you ask for, I guess? Not much, methinks. There we go. We got our viewer count. Got our chats open. Got all that stuff open. How are we looking here? Pretty good. Pretty decent, I think. There we go. We'll put that right there. That's good. All right, so this is our basic blocking in brush. This is what we're going to take, and we're going to block in all of our colors, all of our wonderful, wonderful colors. You love all of our wonderful colors. Don't tell me you don't. I know that you do. Let's see, can we minimize this a little bit? Yes, we can. Oh, that'll do. Holy crap. There's so many things going on that screen, though. Like, if the stream crashes, you'll know why. It's because I'm trying to do too many goddamn things. All right, let's get to work. Oh, also, we have a small metal palette right in front of us that we're going to use for creating some of the blends that we'll need later on. This will be for creating our washes, for this initial blocking in that we're going to do. It's all for that. All for that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some Payne's Gray and we're going to put it right here on our little palette, because Payne's Gray is going to be the primary color. 2, 3, 4. We don't need much White Spirit. White Spirit is an incredibly powerful solvent. And as you can see, we added our loaded paintbrush full of Payne's Gray. And we're creating kind of a thick wash here, if you guys can see that. Thick wash. Look at that. Oh, that's creamy. So creamy, you guys. Thank you. I think so too. Got to get all the Payne's Gray off of the brush and into the mix. And then we're going to take a model and we're literally going to go almost all over the whole thing. Almost all over the entire thing. What this does is it's going to create an oily layer that our future coats of paint are going to slide right over. Just glide over. Like, have you ever tried to put peanut butter onto a piece of already buttered toast? That's what we're doing with this. You can see that it's darkening up all of the blue and all the gray that we already did. I don't know if you can see, but it will literally run into all of the crevices. I don't know if you guys can see that. That might be rough to look at. But trust me, it's happening. It's happening, you guys. Listen to that smooth music. We got some like smooth jazz sounding shit going on. Everybody loves some smooth jazz sounding. Well, some people like smooth jazz sounding shit. I don't know if everybody does. I do, though. We're just going to get this all over. Oh my God, yes. Yes, it's happening. Oh, hell yes. Just all over this sumbee. And a nice oily layer over the entire model. That's what we're looking for. And luckily, the wash kind of does a lot of the work for us. Like on this red, you're really going to see it. All over. So that's our first model, and that was the biggest one. So we used quite a bit of our wash already. We're going to reload up our brush, Bring in a little bit more white spirits. Not too much. I think you're enjoying yourself a bit too. I don't think I am at all. Oh, Jess, I don't think I'm enjoying myself too much at all. I don't think that's a thing. I think that I will enjoy myself exactly the right amount. I might start breathing heavy, though. Oh. I did that just for you. I wouldn't do that for anybody else. Nobody. All right, ready? Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we might need a little bit more mixing. There we go. That just flows everywhere. And I love this because we can be as sloppy as we want to be with this technique. We do not have to paint inside the lines just yet. Not even close. We're just trying to cover the entire model with a nice oily layer. Daddy loves an oily layer, all right? Daddy loves it. Yeah, I call myself Daddy sometimes. Okay? Daddy loves you. Daddy wants you to know that too. Hi. All right, so darker. Same thing here. Kind of on the lighter side, right? All right, well, let's darken this sumbee up. Let's oily you, my friend. My little chicken-like friend. You're looking like a chicken. Looking like a mother flipping chicken. Oh, we're almost out of wash again. We're going to need to make one more, I think, little batch of our oily, oily goo. I think we're going to need to do that here in just a few minutes. It's a good sober day today. I don't know if it was a good sober day for y'all. The Discord is open. If anybody wants, it feels like hopping in, saying, hey, being a Discord head, hop on time. You're welcome, Jess. Jess, you filthy thing, you. I love it. I love it. It's great. It's great. Keep being filthy Jess. Yes. Yes. Filthy, dirty, naughty little creature you are. I think. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. All right. So that's the locust. I got a little itch on my nosy wosy. And now my hunchback. I am so excited for this guy. Listen, so this is the mech that I play in MechWarrior Online. I love this mech. Big gigantic gun on his shoulder, the AC-20. Big gigantic short range. I don't know why an assault cannon is so short range. That makes no sense to me. Like, makes no sense to me whatsoever. Blip, blip. And that's going to be the last of the white spirits that we need for this stage of things. The last of the white spirits we need for this. Because we're gonna get messy again. There we go. Oh my god. Oh god. Somebody titled this ASMR. This is ASMR. You don't know the half of it. Well, now I do. Now I do, Jess. Nurses. Nurses are perverts. Oh, get in the crevices. Oh, you sauce bottle. Oh, just everywhere. Yes. Teach me your ways, hunchback. Teach me your hunchbacky ways. So blues and greens have fantastic staining power. Greens really, really do. Blues have slightly less staining power than greens do, but really, really good staining power. So everything's going to get kind of this grayish, bluish patina to it that we're then going to lighten with a couple of different paints. Oh, yeah. Oh, just smear it on there like butter. Like butter, you guys. Super creamy. There we go. All right. And that is the principle, don't tell no one, you're on the wrong medium if you're trying to keep it quiet. So just cleaning off our brush real quick over here to the side. We're going to place our filling brush over here. Florida and Boston. 33 seconds left in regular time. And they're at 3-3. Come on. Florida or Boston. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. All right. So next stage. What's our next stage? Well, when you make a mess, it's super important to clean it up. So we're going to move our palette out of the way for a minute. We'll bring that back in when we need to do some panel lining later. And as you can see, this guy's all darkened. Well, we've given him about 5 minutes to start cleaning off. Now what we're going to do is, in order to keep the oil paint in all of the recesses, we're going to try to wipe away the paint in the direction that is opposing all of the lines and all the cracks and crevices, so that the darker paint stays behind as we do this. And we're just using nice light stroking motions. Light stroking motions. I know what you're thinking. She wants a heavy stroking motion. Well, you're not going to get it from me, Jess. Light stroking motions. So now we've got stain from our paint all over this sumbitch. It's all nice and darkened up. Then we're going to come back in with our ultramarine blue, and we're going to start taking away some of the edge of that darkened paint. We're going to lighten everything up with that ultramarine. It's going to be great. You're going to be like, that is great, Will. And I'm going to be like, I know it is. Got some, a little bit too much oiliness down in that crevice. So that's one makeup sponge. Now the humble Q-tip. Just to get all of the paint off of the higher areas of the model that we can. Every single one of them. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth with a mixing brush, or an application brush and a blending brush. That's what we're doing next. Let's see. So, yep, nice and cleaned off. Nice and cleaned off. And we're going to do that for all of our mechs here. So, next we did the Phoenix Hawk, so we're going to get all that paint, all that surface paint off of him. This is exactly the same technique that we would use if we were doing this wholly from an oil standpoint. We would be using the exact same technique, except that we would use a thicker paint. We would not use a thin down paint. We would go straight to oil priming with thick layers of all the same paints that we're using right now. All the same. All the same paints that we're using right now. One of the things that you can do if you are painting a whole bunch of miniatures, like we're doing 4 miniatures right now. One of the things that we can do if we were just painting one is we could actually use a blow dryer to quickly start drying off the paint. It wouldn't dry it out completely, but it would evaporate most of the white spirit and leave behind just a residue of oil. We're going to get in here. We're going to get in here. There we go. Look at that. Look at that paint all over. Jess, how the hell are you tonight? I hope you're doing well. I want everybody to be doing well. I want everybody to have good days all damn day long. That's what I want. That's what I want from you, for you guys. From and for. I want you to come here and say, Will, I had a great day. You want to know why? I did X, Y, or Z, and it was everything I needed it to be. And I would say to you, that just sounds great. That just sounds so good. You guys, it just sounds so good. Next makeup sponge and next model. I gotta be a little more careful with this guy because he is delicate. He's got all these little delicate parts, and we don't want to pick up his delicate parts. All of his beautiful, succulent little delicate parts. Oh, he's just a chicken, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. This is the thing that I love. This right here is the part of this process that I love the most. Especially when you're doing a straight from oil, straight up complete oil painting on a miniature. This is the most fun part, is putting the oil primer on and then wiping all away and then seeing the shading as you strip away layers of paint. It's so much fun. It's so good. Ooh, the Kraken are cracking, you guys. Game on, everybody. Game on. Yep, Valerie Nichushkin is out, and we don't know why Valerie Nichushkin is out. And we hate to speculate, don't we, everybody? Yes, we do. We hate to speculate. It's not good to speculate. Gotta get in the crevices. All the crevice. Gotta get into every crevice, everybody. Every crevice has to be explored. That's why we're wearing the gloves. So we can go crevice exploring. There we go. All right, so to clean up all of our models, we used a total of 4 makeup sponges. We could have done less if we'd wanted to, and then 2 Q-tips. And they're going right down there in the garbage. And I'm going to take a sip of my little water. Delicious. Delicious water. We're going to get in a little close. And let's see. Can I get this any more comfortable? I think we might have to take the pad out from underneath my feet. So I can... Oh, that's better. Got a new futon for free. Been car shopping? You are just living the best life. You are living every bit of the best life, my friend. Every bit of it. All right, where are our application brushes? Here's one, and here's our filbert. So, application brush, simple round tip brush, filbert, flat brush on top. So we're going to do some scubbling here. Let's see, I think we might need to bring in... Do we need to bring that in? That might be a little bit better. I don't know if I can see, though. Let's see. Let's see. Can we get that to there? Ooh. Oh, that's not bad. That's not too shabby at all, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Did we get all the paint off that we wanted to get? Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. Okay, so we'll start taking our ultramarine blue, and in basically perfect fashion, we are just going to reapply blue basically all over. Basically all over. Just trying to mix it in with the deeper crevices. Give us a nice rich blue. Actually don't think that we got quite enough of the stuff off the back here, so... Actually, you know what? We're going to start work on the archer first, I think. Let's start on the archer. We'll get some of these larger plates. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh. Oh, that's nice. And I like this blue. It's a super, super vibrant blue, and I love it. It's one of my favorite blues. And we're just going kind of all over on our upraised surfaces. And then we're going to scubble all of this paint in. Scubbling is the process of blending paint, specifically oil paints. Process of blending oil paints in to erase and get rid of all of our brush marks. So we're just going everywhere with this, just all over, trying to get a coat of paint on just about every blue surface that we come across. Just about every blue surface that we come across. Just like this. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that feels right. All right, now we're going to take our blending brush and we're going to scubble all this in with just light taps. Just light taps. And that's going to spread all that paint around, get rid of any brush marks, and give us this nice, rich, blended tone over the entirety of the miniature. And we're going to do that with first this blue, and then eventually with our white highlight color. There's a little bit too much blue over here, so we actually might take... Yeah, we're going to take this and just clear off some of this. Blue has a, like I said, strong staining power. We don't want super strong staining power anymore. We already got what we wanted out of that. We can now just scubble all that in, erase all the brush marks. Oh, just yes. Just, yeah. Oh, fuck yes. Creamy. We're going to clean off our scubbling brush, our blending brush. We're going to clean that off. Sometimes you get a little too much paint on a surface, and you gotta just gotta get rid of it. Just gotta get rid of it. As always, Discord's open right now, so anybody that wants to come in, say hey. Tell me they've got something to talk about. Ask me a question. Ask me about literally anything. Literally anything. What do you got in mind? What do you got in mind tonight? Anything at all? You can ask. I'm eating my yogurt. It's very thick and creamy. I know. Your Activia? Activia. She loves her activity. Activity. She does like her activity, too. She loves her Activia, boys. Activia, boys. Jesus. Having trouble with my words. I'm having words trouble, you guys. Words trouble. Get all the way under there. Oh, yes. Oh, fuck yeah. Everything's shimmery, 'cause it's glistening, 'cause it's covered in oil. Covered in creamy, creamy oil. Just got to make sure that everything is basically pretty uniform. I want pretty uniform oil coverage. There we go. All right, let's clean off our brush real quick. I'd hop in and chat, but I'm boring and have nothing to talk about tonight. Okay. I forgive you. I think. Maybe I forgive you. Maybe I don't forgive you. You know what, John? I don't forgive you. I don't forgive you. All right, we're going to take some red. We're going to take some red. We did some blue. Now we're going to do some red. And we're just going to freshen up our red up here. Just like this. Freshen up our red. Just nice, fresh, ready to go. When you're doing reds, the palette, which you mix your colors, is the model. It is the model, you guys. It is the model. So I think most people in my audience are probably not faith-based. Not faith-based, but I always wonder about those people that are faith-based. What are their thoughts on a non-faith-based approach to sobriety? Is that something that they think they can get behind? Are they like me, where they don't care if somebody is adhering to their personal way of doing things, provided that what they're doing is keeping them sober? That's how I feel about it. I don't care if you believe in God or not. I want you sober. That's what I want. If you want to be sober, I want you sober. And I don't care how you get to it. So I'm always kind of curious, a little bit curious. Yeah, we're just about done freshening up all of this red. Almost all of it. We'll blend all this in just a minute. And then we're going to move on to our whites. And our gray. Ooh. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Give it to each other. Give it. Sophie wants to hear that sexy John voice. To be fair, John, you have a good voice. You got a good voice there, buddy. All right, now onto our scubbling brush. We're going to scubble in our red. This is going to be our red brush. The other one's going to be our blue brush. And then finally we'll have a white brush. My children are making noise upstairs. Wonder what that's about. Being goofy children. Goofy children. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, it's happening, everybody. All the blending, all the creaminess. It's all coming together. The blending is where oils really take on the most beautiful parts of their character. Oh, they went to OT on the frickin' Florida game. Ugh. Care about Florida. Nobody in Florida cares about fucking hockey, bro. Like, let it go. They didn't even have snow there. Let it go. Oh yeah, all of it. All of it. Already looking sharp and crisp. And exactly the way I like it. Although we do have a couple of little spots here and there that we're going to clean up. Just going to clean it up. Damn, Sophie. Sophie needs more than one sexy voice. My sexy voice isn't enough for you, Soph? Hurtful. Deeply hurtful. Alright, so we're gonna just clean all this off. Got a little bit of red right here. Let's clean that off with some white spirits. So what I love about painting in oils is you can just... Oh shit, I didn't get the red underneath. Oops. Gotta get the red underneath, you guys. It's either all red or it's not red. There we go. I kind of shaded red down there. There we go. Much better. And then we'll scubble that in. Just like that. Just like that. And it's a super, super light feather style touch. It's not a heavy touch. We don't heavy touch here. We lightly touch. Okay. Moving on to our next model, the Phoenix Hawk. We're going to do blue again. Back to the blue. And we're just going to touch up all of our panels. Get blue everywhere. Feel the blue. And then we'll blend it all in. Just beautifully. It's going to happen, you guys. You're going to be like, ooh, boy. Look at all of that. Faith-based recovery. Talked to a Christian today. I'm sure that he would have lots of things to say about a faith-based recovery. I'm sure he would prefer me in a faith-based recovery. I'm not going to do it, obviously, and he's just trying to be a nice guy. But I'm not going to do it. You can't make me. I believe in a higher power because I have to turn my will and my life over to a higher power. When I'm in control, myself will run riot. By turning it over, I take it out of my hands and instead give it to my program. My program in higher power is about doing the right thing, taking it one day at a time. My higher power is fluid and changes depending on what I'm facing. Amen to that, Jess. Two guys are twice the fun. Jess. You old filthy McNasty. That's gross. I love it. That is one of my favorite shirts. That's gross. I love it. See, we just blend that ultramarine in all over. We didn't get quite enough of the ultramarine on. Let's get some more, though. Let's get some more. Like in all these spots. We don't need a ton. We need the right amount is what we need. Now, the issue with these paints, these oil paints, they do take forever to dry. Like, it'll take 3 to 4 days for these to be dry, and it'll take up to a week for these to have finished curing, whereas with an acrylic based paint it would take about an hour for them to finally cure. So they're quite a bit different in terms of usability, but that's okay. That's a known quantity. We're not playing with these models anytime soon. And to be honest, we've got a million other models that we could be playing with if we wanted to. Like a million more. Just scubbling in all this paint. Just like this. Over and over. Warm, creamy regards. Warm, creamy Game's still not over. The Florida-Boston one. I just want to be able to look up, see my Avalanche are winning, and then move on. That's what I want to see. Faith isn't all about religion. Faith is your why. Why get sober? Kids, family, religion enforces the importance of a why. Now, I don't disagree with that. And if that is if that's what you want to use as your definition of higher power, I can totally respect that. Totally respect that. Like 100% respect it. All right, on to the red. Not as much red on this guy, just down the center. And it's going to be the same thing. We're just going to put the red on and then scubble it in. Scubble. I love that word. It's a good word. Sorry, let's try to get that lined up in the middle. Our previous layers of oils will blend and darken in the shadows where we want it to be dark. But our highlights will stay nice and bright. And now we are going to take our red brush and scubble. Yeah, buddy. The scubbling actually acts to thin the paint out because we want a thin layer of paint. We don't want super thick layers of paint. You know, oil paints are pretty viscous. They come out of the tube pretty freaking viscous. So we have to be kind of careful with them. See if we can get rid of some of this. There we go. Just like that. You still have to do the work. Let's see. I've been a Christian my whole life. I taught Sunday school for 8 years. I admit at this point I'm having a crisis of faith. I'm thinking differently than I used to and trying to figure out what to believe in. That's hard. That's hard. I've never gone through a crisis of faith. The way that I've described faith, like my wife had the question because, you know, we're both basically just agnostic. Like, atheists want to say that there is no God. Agnostics, I think, want to say it's possible and I'm open to it, but I don't know. Which, you know, the nature of faith in and of itself doesn't necessarily allow for that kind of thinking, I think. The nature of faith requires a certain buy-in that has nothing to do with proof. So yeah, I think that might complicate things for my wife and I, possibly, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and clean off our application brush and throw on some fresh red. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's so creamy. I know I keep saying creamy. I mean it. I mean to say creamy. There we go. And then we scubble that in with our red brush. Just really nice and light. Just erasing all of our brush strokes. Just like that. Oh, Seattle Kraken player puts Nieto into a ref, the ref into the bench. Ha ha ha. Take that, referee. Let's see. You still have to do the work. You can't only pray and expect things to get better. You have to do the steps, whatever they may be, that get you sober. It may include faith, and if so, awesome. But if not, that's okay too. Will, any interest in discussing faith and sobriety more if I jump in? We absolutely can. I will tell you, though, I will be less educated on this subject than you will. But I'm more than happy to discuss it. Dude, it's open forum, man. Hop in. Anything you want to talk about. Anything you want, you got it, baby. Anything at all, you got it. Little Roy Orbison for you. Everybody loved Roy. This guy don't take too much time. None at all. What do I want to do with this part? I think that, yeah, I think we're just going to turn that red. We'll just turn it red. No big deal. Nice opaque cadmium red. There we go. That'll work. I'm not disappointed in that. Not at all. Travis, how are you tonight, my friend? Thank you for hanging out over on the YouTube. Always appreciate that, my friend. Scubble away, William. Okay, I will. I will scubble. William gone scubble. Ah, shit. See? Made a mistake. You know what's great about making mistakes with oils? Just wipe them away. Just wipe them away. With acrylics, it would take me a little while to get rid of this mistake. But with oils, you can just wipe it away with a little mineral spirit. Not even an issue, bro. Not even an issue. God. Friggin' easy button. The one thing that I don't like oils for is trying to do eyes and faces. That's always kind of a pain in the balls. Eyes and faces are hard, I think. John? Hey, buddy. How's it hanging? Good. Low and to the left. Me too, buddy. Me too. We both dressed left. Twinsies! 100% twinning. Like the T. So what's happened, brother? You... Of course. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I appreciate you coming in, though. Oh, yeah? Yeah, you've been having Xbox problems, haven't you? Yeah, yeah. Just like me at an orgy. No, you got to plan for things, buddy. Can't just jump right in. Terribly important, especially with Halo and orgies. Especially with Halo and orgies. Bet you right now, Jess is like, I would do an orgy. Communication is key, folks. 100% on that one, buddy. Are you at the fire station tonight? Yeah. Jesus, John. Sure. Hello. What's happening? You can't hear John? Oh, I know what I did. Hold on. Sorry. Shit. No. I know exactly what I did. I forgot to switch over my voice settings. Hold on. All right, there. Now everybody can hear John's sexy voice. Thanks for hopping in, GP. Trav.
I just thought it was hilarious how you were talking about communication is important. I'm like,
yeah, communication is important. Why can't you guys communicate then? Whoopsies.
Testing.
Oh,
1, 2, 3.
You're good for me.
Thank you. All right, cool. All right. But yeah, anyway. Where were we?
You were going
to about orgies.
So we talked a little bit about orgies and how communication
orgies
is important, which I agree with.
Lubrication
is super, super important, I think.
Yeah. No, I like talking about, not necessarily. My program isn't faith-based, but there is faith in my program.
Okay.
There's something about turning it over, right? And kind of taking it out of my hands, which that alone doesn't necessarily have to be faith-based. I think you can do that with groups. You can do that with, different. You can do that with a sponsor to an extent, right?
Sure.
But I don't know. I feel like the longer that I'm in sobriety and the longer that I go to meetings and talk to other alcoholics or I talk to other addicts, there's always, it seems like there's always like coincidences.
Okay.
Like always, all the time.
Okay.
And for me, it's easy to, well, it took some work, but for me, I look at that as some sort of higher power.
Okay.
Something that is putting people in my life at certain times, or whether, maybe it's topics of discussion, and I've even had that with your streams.
Yeah.
Where, something, we won't talk, beforehand about it or whatever.
No.
But your topic that you bring up in a particular evening might resonate with something that I've been struggling with that day.
Sure.
Or something that's been going on in my life. And the thing is, that happens so often, right? Where it's like, okay, something's going on, I need to hit a meeting, and
gotcha.
And something, either it's the topic of the night or it's totally unrelated to the topic, but somebody shares something that I resonate with, that speaks to me and what I've been going through. And it's easy to say maybe, hey, well, there's only so much in sobriety that we can talk about, but I feel like that it's a little too, I don't know. I don't think pessimistic is the word. It's just, it happens so often for me in sobriety.
That things just kind of line, like the universe is telling you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I find that that happens more in sobriety the more that I work on my sobriety, right? The more that I'm willing to turn it over to something. And sometimes that is a meeting. Sometimes that is, someone else in sobriety. But sometimes that is just, okay, saying, throwing your hands up saying, I can't do this right now. What's the next right step? What is the next right thing to do? Because right now all I'm taking is that wrong step, the wrong path. I can't seem to get my head out of my ass.
All I'm taking is L's, and I really could use a W right now. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've just, in my own personal experience, I've found that maybe there is some sort of higher power that is helping me, you know, when I look for it, when I ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, there's some comfort in that, which, you know, that's great. I'll take that. But there also seems to be some, you know, there's positivity from that. There's good things that come from when I look for and acknowledge some sort of higher power in my program. You know, and it doesn't have to be some sort of, for me, it doesn't have to be some sort of omnipotent being. It can be, you know, sometimes it's just opening up the big book. Sometimes it's, you know, doing the things that we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, so that's why it's not like my first sponsor that I had really wanted me to hit my knees every morning and every night before I went to bed.
Hit your knees every night and every... Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so he wanted me to get on my knees every morning and every night. And
he wanted prayer to be an active, constant part of your recovery. Okay. Okay.
And mostly because that's what works for him, right? Like the guy had some great sobriety, some awesome knowledge. Unfortunately, he's passed. He's no longer with us. But I really, you know, it worked for him, and that was how he got sober, and that's what we do, right? Like we all we can really do is tell people what's worked for us.
Yeah.
And, you know, to an extent, yes, there's other ways and other programs, and people kind of have to figure out maybe what's best for them. But for generally in a sponsor-sponsee relationship, you're kind of walking a more directed path. Sure. Right. Especially early on in sobriety, which, you know, if you don't know the woods at all, you don't know what path is going to get you where.
Yeah.
For me, I was willing to cling on to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yes, I never really did the, you know, much of the praying thing. There were times that I did, absolutely. You know, there's still times that, like, if I'm really struggling, then I'll be driving and I'll just start talking out loud to myself.
Yeah.
And that's I forget exactly what it's called, but sometimes when you're like ruminating on something and it's stuck in your head and you just can't get off of it, sometimes it does help to speak out loud to yourself. It's
Sure.
okay. It's okay. You know, this too shall pass. So along that same lines, I would ask for help, you know, because it's easier. I will use, you know, the terminology of God, just because it gives me, it's just a name that I can put to it.
Yeah.
I could be, you know, speaking to a microwave. It doesn't. I just need to I need to be asking for help and saying that I can't do this anymore, which I think is, you know, pretty much the basis of most first steps, right?
Yep. Yeah. The understanding that you are powerless before your alcoholism and that you need help. Yep.
Exactly. Oh, hey there. Sorry. What was that?
It's my comment. Can you hear me?
can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
That's a little better. Hold on. Let me see if I can turn you up in the Discord.
My headset.
Oh yeah, you're all the way up. I don't know if you can like shove the mic down your throat.
Nope.
Nope. Not
We're
gonna
going.
do it. Not
You hear me
gonna
now?
do it.
How's speakerphone sound?
Oh my god. That's so much better.
There we go.
Okay.
That'll fucking work, bro.
So I have a weekly therapist session with my therapist, and one of the things that he talked to me about last was the ability to ask for help. He mentioned how that alone is a superpower to some people.
It can be, yeah.
Because it is so incredibly hard just to say, hey, this is what I need.
Yeah.
Even if you're not talking to somebody, you're still putting that out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you keep it in your head, that's not going to serve nobody.
No, I would agree.
Totally.
But I think part of, people trying to get their life together is, you got to find the answers. You got to do it. You got to provide. But at the end of the day, you don't. God has provided, nature has provided everything we live with.
Yeah.
Well, I've never agreed with the idea that you can white knuckle it and do everything by yourself. Every single time I've seen somebody try to do that, it's always been a massive failure for them.
Crash and burn.
Yeah, just absolute crash and burn. I don't remember if Tweezes talked to me about white knuckling it early on and then struggling later. I don't remember if that was a conversation I had with him or somebody else, but I do know that I've had that conversation with somebody before. And it's like when I took a look at the 12 steps, there were a couple things that I agree with, a couple things that I didn't agree with. But the one that I universally agreed with was the idea that I rephrased the first step and said, I am powerless to do this by myself. I need something. I need community. I need professional help. I needed something. So I gave up the pretense of being able to do anything in terms of my recovery solely by myself. And when I did that, that obviously led to this, which I think is one of the better things that I've ever done in my life. But I didn't give up to, I didn't specifically give up to a higher power. I gave up the idea that I was enough to stop myself from drinking. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Now you go.
And I think, when we look for, when we say that, okay, what I'm doing isn't working, what other tools are there?
Yeah.
And we look towards community, and we look towards, family, and we look towards professional help.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was also, it took some work, but one of the things that I was able to look towards was that higher power. And it's just, for me, it's just another tool in my box.
Yeah.
It's not the basis of my program, but it does, allow for a different, just maybe X, Y, and Z isn't working, so now I'm going to try this. Mm-hmm. And like I said earlier, the more that I maybe I haven't been maybe I haven't used that tool in a little while now. Maybe it's maybe it'd be a good one to bust out and sharpen everyone a little more often than I do.
Sure.
Because I am, like I said, I'm constantly surprised by these cosmic coincidences that it's just like I said, hearing something at a meeting that just resonates so deeply,
mm-hmm.
That it's easy to feel like that there is something higher at play here.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the basis of the faith in my program.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's just, I've seen too much to completely say that there isn't, right? Like,
sure.
and I don't know. For me, there's something kind of cool in that. I really enjoy those moments that I get shown that when I was in Key West this past February, I had no plans ahead of time going to a meeting, but while I was down there, I was people were partying, they were drinking, and I was like, you know what, maybe this would be a good idea. And I just happened to get on the folding chair app and found a meeting that was taking place like 45 minutes from then, right? And it ended up being this incredible meeting where people it was it was actually a step 3 meeting, which is has a lot to do with what we're kind of talking about in that program. And I ended up hearing some great things, ended up being a great meeting, and I walked out of there just feeling like, that there was a reason and there was a purpose that I was there and went to that meeting, and that felt good. That felt cool. Plus, I got a nifty little visitor's chip out of it, so
that's kind of cool.
That was neat, and I still got that on my nightstand.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can definitely think of a few times myself as well where that's kind of happened too, where the relapse is so close, but then he finds a way to look out for you.
For sure.
And you think back on it like, wow.
And kind of to what I was saying earlier, though, is that all happens because I did the work that day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That doesn't just happen because of some miraculous thing. Like, I knew the steps to take. I knew that I had the app on my phone. I knew that I could look at the app. I looked at the app. I drove myself to the meeting in the little golf cart, right? Like,
in that little fucking golf cart.
Hell yeah, man. And all those things led me to where I was and gave me the, with all those other people.
Yeah.
And it was the community, and it was the meeting, and I just, and when you just constantly are bombarded with all these little things, these little coincidences, it's, for me, after looking at my sobriety, looking at my program, listening to others, I decided that I was gonna really give this an opportunity, and it's worked out for me more times than it hasn't. Right? I have not. I'm not praying for lottery tickets. I'm not, I'm not praying to stay sober and then going and hanging out at the liquor store.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still doing the work. I'm doing what I know I have to do.
Yeah.
But this has worked out to be a really good tool in my toolbox from time to time. And, I'm glad we're talking about tonight, because
me too, man.
It allows me to take it out, sharpen it a little bit, and who knows, maybe somebody will listen to this and it will resonate with them.
And hopefully, that's the goal.
Yeah, right. And,
I mean,
I got a question for you guys.
Shoot.
In terms of individual sobriety and whatever the addiction is, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Is it more effective to listen to somebody and learn from them, or is it more effective to communicate and be more understood with your peers?
Communicate and be understood with your peers.
Do you think that's more important?
Yes, I think that's way more important. I think you opening up about what's going on in your life and having somebody understand, or at least make you feel as if you are understood, will do far more than hearing somebody else's story. Like, you'll find things in somebody else's story that are germane to yours.
Well, let's not even just limit it to somebody else's story. Let's, like, maybe you're going to therapy. Is it more important to talk, or do you want to be there to listen and learn as well? You know?
I think you talk, and then I think you listen and learn to the things that your therapist tells you are appropriate tools for the things that you talked about.
I'm going to play devil's advocate just for a second,
Sure.
because I absolutely agree with what Will's saying. Thinking back to my early days of sobriety, you know, I was never told that I couldn't talk in meetings. I was always encouraged to speak up if I had something to say. However, in early sobriety, I'm talking the first days, the first weeks, one of the things that really helped me specifically was listening to other people's stories and realizing that I wasn't alone, and hearing things that resonated with me, that I had thought that I was because I didn't have the mental health awareness that I have now. I didn't have any of the sobriety awareness that I have now.
Sure.
So hearing other people talk about things that I thought were exclusive to myself or unique to myself really helped show me that there is a group of people out there that struggle with similar things that I was struggling with, and it showed me that it is possible to live a more fulfilling, a happy, healthier life. And at the time it was very much this is kind of how it's done, you have to do it specifically this way.
Sure.
And again, at the time that was fine because I had no other way. I didn't know anything else. And it gave me at that point 11 months of continued sobriety, which was huge. I was able to start having conversations with my therapist and with my psychologist that I wasn't able to have before. But to Will's point, I think for continued sobriety, I do think that you have to continue to talk and have conversations and have community and work on the things that will continue to...
Can I punctuate that?
Yeah,
of course.
You're both actually 100% right. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, I don't think that there's necessarily a wrong answer here. I think there's gradations of correct.
I'm actually going to correct you because I think there is.
Okay.
Will, I want to say first, I think what you said is most important. If you don't have a safe space and if you're not around people that understand you, sobriety is just not going to work at all.
Yeah.
Even if you're listening.
Yeah.
You need to start with that safe space and be with those people, and then follow up with being a good listener and learning.
Sure.
Those
I don't disagrue with that at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you guys lined that up amazingly.
Was this a test? Were you testing us?
No, that was just
Feels like a test.
That's what he was talking about. I swear to God.
I'm not sure.
It's like,
that
listen.
I could
I'm gonna throw verbal fists right now. All right, these two idiots talking right now. I'm gonna find out if they're for real or not, and if they're not, I'm out. I'm fucking out. Oh, they're okay. All right, I'm gonna stick around.
I clicked the "I'm a human" button. I swear.
I believe you. I believe you, brother. That was funny as hell. Alrighty. All right, coming along on our mechs. I'm excited about our mechs. Ooh, the locust. Everyone loves a locust.
Hey, who won the Bruins game?
What's that?
So who won the Bruins game, or are they still playing?
Looks like, I think Florida.
Oh, God damn it! All right,
Can't
we're
trust
gonna
the
go
Bruins
game
to do
7.
anything right. Can't trust them to do anything right. I'm kidding. The Bruins are always a good team. Or at least they
Not
have
always,
been for.
but usually.
Dude, they've been a good team for years. My wife just told me I'm a good team. I mean, I'm on a good team. I'm on Team Sober. Woo woo.
Bro, the Bruins are basically what the Patriots weren't.
What they weren't.
Yeah, I understand it's a different sport, but
Baby,
Do you
I'm
have
sorry.
any
I love you so
idea
much, but I
how-
can't hear you.
You said the Avalanche are tied.
Yeah.
Ooh, you were in your sexy librarian.
Yep,
glasses.
sexy librarian look tonight.
Can I please have some butter?
Yes, but be careful getting in here.
That's paintings.
I'm painting models, and it's serious business.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. No, we're talking about listening versus having a safe space to share. And
Last night we did a good job of both.
yeah, we did do a good job of both last night, baby. We listened to each other. We shared.
And we shared honestly, like, hey, this is. Might
Well-
not be proud of what I'm feeling, but this is what I'm feeling.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. Do you guys hear that? Can you hear my wife?
A little bit, yep.
A little bit, yeah.
I said last night we had a good discussion of both safety and listening, where we each had things of like, I'm not proud of how I'm feeling, but this, if I'm being honest, this is how I'm feeling. You know, and it was very good.
That was good.
That's such a great,
I
healthy.
felt
Yeah.
heard
Like-
and respected.
My wife says she felt heard and respected. Hi, Colin, baby.
Did you get that?
Hi.
I do feel like I was heard and respected. Yes. Super, super important. Are you saying hello to how many? To my 3 viewers right now? The painting streams are never that popular. That's okay.
You just gotta talk like that Italian guy. Hey, it's Ian. And you're gonna do this.
Hey, it's me, Marco.
Hey, let me show you some cool things. Let me do some things.
I want to show you how I paint these models.
Goodbye.
Model in like 2 hours.
Hi, baby boy.
Goodbye.
You
Oh,
saying
you
it's over there? It's over there.
Goodbye.
No, they can't see you. You gotta come into the camera.
Goodbye.
There it is.
Bye, guys.
Goofy boy. Yeah, the Avs they're tied at 0. You butt.
What?
I'm trying to watch. Like I got a little screen. I got a little tiny screen.
They're 10-0.
Cinco! Holy shite, it's Cinco. Go Avs. Why not both? Florida 4-3 OT. Yeah, Florida won. Yeah, thanks, Mike. What's up, buddy? How are you? I hope you're still watching. If you're not, then that's my fault for not having looked up fast enough. I have one chat over here and I have one chat all the way over there on the other side, and I'm like trying to pay attention to this, so it's like, is there an Augie in here with me? Is that what you're doing? There's an Augie. He's a very sweet dog, and I love him. Is he still? No, he's gone. Okay, good. Get that fucking mud out of here. Just kidding. I love my dog. I love my dog. He's a good boy. He's just such a good boy, John.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I had little Murphy at the station here with us earlier. That was fun.
Mr. Murphy. Hi, Mr. Murphy.
Yeah. He was a good boy.
He is a good boy. Dogs are
But-
good, man. I fucking love dogs, bro.
Oh yeah. But I think to the point that we were talking about, I really think it's probably a combination or culmination of both, right? Like for me, I don't think that I could be sober without having other alcoholics and other addicts in my life.
To talk with. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially early on when I was in sobriety, when I was doing a 90 and 90 and listening to other addicts' stories and having them, listen to what I had to say and, make me feel not, make it so I didn't feel completely crazy.
Yeah.
But also getting, the more kind of professional help as well, where you're doing a little bit more, maybe talking in a safe space and what have you. So we've said this before and we'll say it again. There's probably just as many ways to get sober as there are addicts and alcoholics.
Yep. That's still one of my favorite things to talk about is, there's as many ways to be sober as there are, addicts that need to get sober.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion.
Yep.
That's why, try to be as absolutely non-judgmental as I possibly can be. Mike, what surgery are you recovering from? What the fuck, bro? You can't just be having fucking surgeries all the damn time. If I'm on speaker, I'm apologizing to your children right now. Sorry about that. I heard you had surgery, though. It upset me. Did you have the male urological procedure? Because if you had that, then kudos, man. Me and you, seedless grapes. We ain't getting nobody pregnant tonight. Not a chance. Bring that Rachel over here. I ain't gonna get her pregnant. I don't even know how. Not no more. Gone forever, my spermin. Gone forever. Like a vermin. I can't get your girl pregnant. No matter how hard I try. A country song I wrote for you guys. Did you like your country song?
As you know, I'm not a big country fan, but that one really
that stuck the landing.
It made me feel something.
Yeah. If that something was nausea, I forgive you. That country song made me feel something, Will. What was it? Nausea. Nose surgery. What? Weird. What did you have done? You have septoplasty or something? What'd you have done, bro? Fix your snorins. That's a common nasal surgery. Highly common. Happens all the time. All right, let's do some scubbling. You guys like to scubble? I love to scubble. Trav, it's great to hear you in here talking. It's fun to play. It's fun to play Mech Warrior with you. It's great to have you in here talking sober. Polyp surgery. Oh man. All the polyps come back okay? Yeah. Yeah, it's zeros right now, bub. I hope the polyps came back negative and chill. Polyps are not my favorite thing. Isn't that right, John?
Yeah.
They're not my favorite thing.
We're going through I think with my mom. My mom's got the weirdest kind of sort of lesions, maybe on the bone in her second toe.
Okay.
And it's the weirdest thing, but they keep sending us to kind of specialist after specialist trying to figure out exactly what's going on and if this is something that because she's having some pain when she walks and sometimes it's unbearable, and it started with x-rays, and the x-rays showed some of that moth-eaten kind of look.
Oh, you told me about this. Yeah.
And so
you gave me a little rundown on this.
She had her MRI, which basically was inconclusive. They said, she's got some sort of lesions, but they couldn't really tell what it was.
Right.
So they sent her to foot and ankle, and she spoke to a PA there,
Okay.
Well, the PA sent an email to the, presiding doc who was on vacation. And while on vacation, the doc sent back an email saying, yeah, she needs to see podiatry, which apparently is different than foot and ankle, which I don't, which I didn't know.
What insurance does she have? Is she Medicare?
Blue Cross Blue Shield, I think.
Okay. Like I know that in Kaiser we had podiatry and we had foot and ankle, and they were two different disciplines. Yeah,
but she has a biopsy.
Yeah, coming up
scheduled. Yeah, so
gotcha.
Kind of one of those things.
Fucking Seattle scored.
Oh geez.
Now I'm the saddest boy ever. Although this non-metallic metal is coming out really nicely on top here. Non-metallic metal. I like that. I like the way that looks. Fucking Seattle. My door's open for some reason. Was okay, but the drugs are kicking in. Well, buddy, you don't have an alcohol problem or a drug addiction problem, so I'm gonna give you the thumbs up. Please take care of your pain. Stay ahead of it. Don't let it get ahead of you, because that's where stupid stuff like overdosing happens. Can't catch up with pain, man. Can't catch up with pain.
I had a patient the other day that I was doing an intake for, who I'll speak vaguely here, but sure. they were in pain, and they were also relatively young. We'll say mid-20s, and was very open about being a IV drug user, and would smoke crack as well, because
well, it's a lifestyle.
Not?
It's a lifestyle.
And one of the things that being, I think, in sobriety has helped me with is patience and kind of an understanding, right? Where
I would agree with that.
You just some people that, and I've seen this in healthcare, where people just don't really get it, right? And how can that person do that? Don't they know what they're doing to their family? All this really judgmental stuff, and that's not how. I refuse to approach it that way.
Yeah. And that's a good way. That's a good way to not approach it, I think.
Yeah. I generally, I don't get emotionally involved, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't. You can't, and I don't generally out myself as a addict or alcoholic.
Yeah.
Because that's not my role at that point. That's not what I'm there to do. I'm there to make sure that the information that I have, the clinical information, is correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's judge in a very non-judgmental way. And I like to think that can make a difference sometimes. Not every time and not always, but
it's valuable though, I think.
Yeah. I know that when I was going through it at some of my worst, it was nice to have people that were just listening and understanding and not being judgmental pricks about it.
Yeah.
That doesn't help anything.
No, it doesn't. It just fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been pretty lucky. The people that I've told mostly work in healthcare, so I don't get a lot of, I haven't gotten a lot of any kind of like negativity or flack from anyone, which has been really good. But recognizing that it's possible and it could happen at any minute, like,
Have you had experiences with people in healthcare that, didn't know your background and were maybe talking shit about, like substance abuse issues and stuff like that? Have you had anything like that ever happen?
I haven't, but you told me about the experience that you had.
Yeah.
A while ago. So yeah, I know that you've had to deal with that before, and that sucks.
It is what it is. It's unfortunate.
It still sucks.
Yeah, it still sucks. It absolutely does. But I just there's I don't know that person's history, right? So it's possible that
Fucking
they're
Mac-Attack,
lucky.
hell yeah. Sorry, Colorado just evened it up.
There we go, cool. It's possible that person has never had any exposure to alcoholism or addiction and doesn't understand it on on any level other than what they see on TV. And if that's the case, good for them, I guess. Must be nice.
Yeah, nice work if you can fucking get it, right?
But the people that I generally prefer the people that haven't just seen their sorry, let me try that again. I generally appreciate it when people have some understanding outside of what they see on TV.
Sure.
There's people
That's
in my
not
life
weird. That's not fucking weird, bro.
No. There's people in my life that like their only, as far as they know, their only exposure to some sort of substance use or alcoholism or whatever is what they see on Cops, right?
Yeah.
That's all they know. That's all they, and that's.
Oh, that's all they care to know, to be perfectly honest.
Exactly.
Like one of the things that doesn't surprise me about this channel is that we're not growing that fast. We're not growing that fast because people don't want to. They don't want to look at this stuff. They want to pretend that it doesn't exist, or that whatever their prescriptions for it are enough for them to make solid judgments on. And so I'll just scored again.
Can I comment on that topic?
100%.
Please.
I think a big part of that is because a huge addiction is also like LED screens, games, media. And if somebody doesn't want to recognize that addiction, well, then they're definitely not coming here.
Yeah.
And that's 95%.
Yeah.
Like people don't even recognize how prevalent that is in life right now.
Oh yeah.
Hard to get away from it, man. Even for somebody like me that knows quite a bit about addiction and still finds themselves loving the shit out of their phone.
I definitely I don't
there's got to You're okay, keep talking.
I think there's I don't know what the step below addiction would be called. Whatever that step is definitely the issue that I have with my phone.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm not, lying, cheating, stealing in order to use my phone.
Right.
However, it's constantly on me.
Yeah. And
I do check it way more often than I probably should, especially when I'm at work, right? Like, there are times when, I don't put off work to play on my phone, but, maybe there's other like busy work or there's like mandatories that I should be doing or something like that. And instead I'm fucking around on my phone.
Yeah.
I definitely get a lot of anxiety if somebody else has my phone and I don't have it.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I know that I should probably work on.
No.
But
Yeah.
you know, speaking towards, I can absolutely speak to screen addiction, and
Mhm.
we've kind of talked about this before. There's literally a news article written about how I spent most of my wedding money that I was, saving for a wedding on a mobile game. I spent
Yeah.
nearly $30,000 on a very shitty, terrible cell phone game,
Mhm.
and a lot of that is you would press that stupid little button, your phone would vibrate just a little bit, you would hear the sounds and see the lights and everything, and that became an addiction for me.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh
Not
yeah.
a surprise. Not a surprise at all, bud.
I
And that's
can
what those
relate
games
to
are
that.
designed to do, dude. Like,
Oh yeah. What did you say about that? I didn't hear that last part. Sorry.
Are you talking to me?
yeah, Trav, go ahead.
I said I definitely have a few stories where I can relate to that. Spending too much money on a video game. It's like, well, no, they don't even have it up anymore.
Oh yeah. That was
Yeah.
also when I was almost drinking at my heaviest,
Mhm.
which, there was probably some correlation there, but
Maybe a little. Maybe a little. Possibly.
it's fun, but that's, we've seen that. It's one addiction, that and for me personally is very easily led to another.
Mhm.
And that's something that I have to watch out for. I'm absolutely an alcoholic. I cannot drink. There's no doubt about that. But I also have, other addiction issues,
Mhm.
which, I do separate alcoholism from the rest of my kind of addiction issues. Because that's just how it works for me.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Yeah, they do get you to spend money, Jess. They do. Yeah, 100%. Got to jump. All right, man. Bye, Mike. Thanks for hopping in. It's one of my IRL friends.
Bye, Mike.
All right, I hate to pause for a minute, but I got to go pee.
You go pee.
So much water.
So I have a thought. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hear me.
So, do you think addiction is on a scale or a slider?
Huh.
No?
It's a good question. I would say most likely. I think there can be different levels of addiction, right?
Personally, I don't even like the goddamn word. I think we need a different word. Addiction doesn't fit.
No.
That is an old word. It's got a lot of concepts behind it that don't really fit anymore. They've been amended, but we still use the same word, and I think that's a disconnect that we still have.
Yeah, that's true.
Really, because what it really is just lack of purpose. If you had a full purpose, there'd be nothing you're leaning on, and you'd be a full, holy person, No questions. But in today's society, we lack purpose. And that's counterbalanced either by suicide or addiction. I don't think you realize how much suicide is an actual problem nowadays.
Oh, no, I realize, bud. Trust
It is
me.
a huge problem, suicide.
Yeah.
Who's got a huge
That was a
problem with
good.
suicide?
So he's got a good. He had a good question. He had a good question that I think would be a good jumping point here.
Okay. Throw it down.
Am I supposed to say it?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
question, Bob?
Oh, it was kind of an inquiry. It was like, do you think an addiction, the idea of addiction, could be graphed on like a slider or a bar from 0 to 100? And I also had another question I didn't get to ask you yet, though. And that question was, do you think there's a balance in the middle of that bar, or do you think the peak of that bar is at 100? You know what I'm saying? Just a thought I had. Then we started talking about that.
Oh, gotcha. Nice. Keep it light, guys.
Eh,
I'm kidding. So do I think that are gradations in addiction?
Kind of
Yes,
like
absolutely.
Autism.
Yeah, I absolutely do think that there are. I'll give you a firm example. When I was first diagnosed with chronic substance abuse disorder, I was at the lowest point of my life, and the physician wrote down on my chart moderate substance abuse disorder. Now this felt oddly insulting because my life was basically crumbling, and this woman just said, it's not that bad. I mean, of course she wasn't saying it's not that bad, but in my stupid lizard caveman brain, that's what I was thinking was, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I've never been this low. I've never been this close to suicidal ideation. This is awful. This is fucking awful. And to have this person not recognize how awful this was, in kind of a because I thought of it in very superficial ways. Like, it wasn't that she was telling me that I was, not having my life fall apart. That wasn't what she was saying. She was just saying that on
in
the
realistic
spectrum,
terms, she knows what the substances are.
In diagnostic terms, I was not suffering the way that some people in their addictions suffer. That's it. That's all she was saying. So yes, I do think that there is gradations to alcoholism and addiction. I think some people really struggle.
Well, the other side of that scale would also be recovery,
Yeah.
How far into recovery are you? And you can also slip back into that.
Mm-hmm.
Regress. Relapse, really, but...
Yeah, 100%.
But then it comes down to a question of what's in your scope of what's an addiction for you,
Mm-hmm.
If you don't think of it as an addiction, well, then it's not hindering you. That whole idea that the word addiction is a hindrance I disagree with that.
The idea
I think
that
it's bad habits, and lack of purpose.
So I don't know if do you remember the conversation I had about the utility of the word alcoholism and alcoholic, the label alcoholic? Do you remember
Not
that?
off the top of my head.
Okay, so I call myself an alcoholic because I think it's really important for me to understand that at a fundamental level, I cannot ever engage with alcohol in a healthy way. That's not part of my roadmap whatsoever. So I use that term very broadly to say to myself, this is not something that's going to be a part of my life at all. That's it.
Okay.
So the term alcoholic to me has a very specific kind of utility to it. And that might not be everybody's, might not be for everybody. And that's okay. My journey is
definitely
not necessarily
understand what
your
you're saying.
journey. Yeah.
I think I'd like to back up just a second to the idea of a gradient, and I almost look at it as like a pain scale, right? 1 to 10, 0 to 10, whatever.
Sure.
And one of the reasons I like to look at it that way, instead of the more kind of chronic moderate scale, is I think that it becomes, I think addiction can be, this subjective experience where Will and I both hit, these terrible lows in our lives. And I don't think it's fair for somebody else to say, well, this was moderate or this was extreme or this was this or that was that. I think they're both 10 on the scale because that's how we rate, pain and discomfort and all this stuff. Like, I almost think that there is a, we talk about the slippery slope of addiction.
Uh-huh.
And I do believe that there is a scale or that we can kind of quantify, but I think it should be more, just because person A isn't using intravenously, I don't think that person's addiction is necessarily worse than a alcoholic who is drinking away and destroying their life. I don't think that's fair to say because they're still both tens, right? They're still both the extreme of what that person is experiencing. Does that make any sense?
It does. I don't know that I necessarily agree with it, though. I think that
Okay,
the
that's fair.
hard care. I never stole to pay for my habit.
Sure.
I never broke other morals. I never broke any of my other morals. At least the big ones. Like I did some lying, I did some gaslighting, I did some manipulating, but I didn't steal, I didn't mug, I didn't commit crimes in the pursuit of my addiction. And there are people that do, and I would say that those people probably have a form of addiction that I could, pretty comfortably say is worse than than what I went through.
I can definitely comment on that. I've known a lot of
Go
people.
ahead.
That's what you're talking about is purely chemical side of the addiction. You really don't have a say. Like, it is full-heartedly taking the reins. Like, your words aren't even you anymore. It's sickening. It's scary. Like, that drug has completely hijacked that person's body, and that's how deep the chemical addiction is. It has taken all control.
Mm-hmm.
And that is horrifying, especially if you know and love that person.
Yeah.
Because that person's, they're in a cage way in the corner. You ain't talking to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're gone. They're checked out.
I guess the only reason why I personally shy away from some of that is just because than you because of X, Y, and Z, or I'm more of an alcoholic than you because of this, that, or the other thing, where the way that I see it at the moment is that we're all just kind of fucked up. We're all trying to figure out how to be better.
Well,
right?
What's one of my, founding principles? We all tend our own gardens, right?
Sure.
So I can look at myself objectively and say, my addiction was not as bad as that person's addiction is. But it's never on me to say their addiction is worse than mine, or my addiction is better than theirs. That's judgmental horseshit, and we're not doing that because their journey's their journey, right?
I guess, and again, I subscribe to that, to a very.
He keeps cutting out.
One of the reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, am I cutting out?
Yeah, a little
bit.
Bit.
I think it's their signal.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. I can fix that.
There it goes again. I picked up.
I'm gonna fix it. It
That was
happens.
funny.
All right, how's that? Is that any better?
Sexy
That's
as
good.
fuck. Sexy as fuck.
All right, cool. So one of the reasons why I shy away personally from the garden metaphor when I talk about my sobriety
Mhm.
is in some situations. In some situations, it works perfectly. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But I feel like I might start comparing apples to oranges and say, well, my garden looks like this. Look how great this garden is, or my garden has this and this in it and this in it, and your garden doesn't have shit in it, and all that terrible kind of thinking is easy for me to fall into. So I have to be careful about where I position myself as to not compare gardens,
Gotcha.
because that's not what we're doing, right?
Nope. We're not comparing gardens. We're just recognizing that we have individual gardens.
Exactly.
That's it.
And your garden may be a 10. And my garden may be a 10. My garden's about a 6 or a 7 right now, but I'm working on my garden.
I believe you.
I'm having a good garden day. I got some good stuff growing, so I can't complain.
Nice.
Yeah. For shizzle, as
For
the children
shizzle,
say.
as the kiddos go. All right. I don't think I like the red on here. I gotta fix this red. I don't know if I'm gonna get these guys done tonight. Might have to come back tomorrow, which would be okay.
Tomorrow.
There's always tomorrow, my friend.
There's always tomorrow.
It's only a day, oh day. Yeah. So yeah, sliding scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that red. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Need to darken it up a little. Maybe with this. Maybe this will work. No, that's not gonna work. There we go. Oh, it's happening. You guys, it's happening.
So excited.
Red's a rough color. Red's a rough color. Just trying to blend that red in. Red's a rough color. My Avalanche are down by 1 right now. We don't need that noise. We need to get Cale Makar back in the lineup. So yeah. Yep. Trav, what are you doing right now, man?
I'm in deep thought, sitting here staring at the fan.
You're where?
In deep thought.
Oh, in
sitting
deep
here
thought. Gotcha.
staring at
Gotcha.
the fan.
Gotcha. Who hopped in? Who's here?
Some guy with a blow-up doll. I don't know what that is.
Huh.
I don't know.
I love a blow-up doll. What's her name? She ain't got a name, huh? Okay. I get it.
He's shy.
It's okay to be shy. I'm shy. I'm not shy. I'm very outgoing.
I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Did I scare them the fuck off? That was
I
not on
think
purpose.
he did.
Oh, it's Drifter. No, I didn't scare Drifter off. Drifter's he's a talker. He might be having sound issues though. That's always possible. That's always possible. Painting the models, painting the models. I'll go painting the models today. All right, so there's that. We're doing the reds right now, which...
Hello.
Hey, what's up, bud? You are coming through quiet and muddy.
Well, it's probably not going to last long, so I'm about to drive through some mountains. I'm on the road.
Oh, are you on the road? You about to be a dad?
No, it's just appointments.
Oh,
Got
what
a
the
scan
fuck?
tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm up today and then back on Saturday and then back again on Tuesday. So,
Gotcha. And
I
here I was.
staying the whole time between the two appointments, but it was 5 days. I'm like, oh, I'll get home and
Yeah,
keep selling, keep making money, and then come back up.
yeah. Get that dollar, dude. Get that bag. Get that bag.
I'll be buying along the way too.
That's good. That's always fun. It's fun to buy. I like buying.
Yeah, I'm headed to the mountain area. That's when I always have zero reception on my phone. But I saw you
Sure.
on. I'm like, oh, wait a sec. I can go on to a Discord. Easy.
Easy peasy, baby. Easy peasy. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a chill painting night, man. Just trying to be Bob Ross over here. Just sober
Yeah,
Bob Ross. I don't know if Bob Ross was sober.
I saw the YouTube thing, but I didn't see what you were doing. I just thought, oh, I'll click on the Discord.
Yep. Just painting. Just painting. Just trying to get some oil on some model.
Okay.
Ain't no thing like oil on a model. I love it. Just nice and chill. Very zen. I like a zen moment.
So we're doing complete polar opposites. I'm going 100 kilometers an hour, and you're sitting there painting.
Yeah. Well, I had my high speed time earlier today. I was at the gym. That was high acuity. That was a lot of hard work. So I'm happy to be just kind of chilling, get some paint on this guy. I love the way he looks. Looks like an old Robotech model. I don't know. I think he looks like a Robotech model. You guys think he looks like a Robotech model? I think he does.
If I knew what a Robotech model was, I would agree with you.
You don't know what Robotech is, man? The Macross cycle?
I do.
What the hell?
Don't they have blues and silvers, the Robotech?
What's that?
Don't the Robotech have like blues and silver?
Yeah, it's like white, silvers, and blue. Yeah, but this model was obviously inspired by the Robotech universe. Like obvious, it's not even like a question whether or not he was or not. I mean, this is total plagiarism.
I just
But I don't
left
care.
The town I left is called Allora, which, if anyone knows their history of what's her name called, Mary Poppins, P.L. Travers, the author of that, like she actually grew up in the little town that I was just in.
Huh. I didn't know
So
that.
her home's there. Like in the movie about her, the Disney one, they show her as a kid, like they go to the end of the train line, and that's Allora.
Yeah.
That's just where I was at.
Fun. I mean, is it fun? Actually, I don't know. Is that fun? Like,
No, just point of interest, that's all.
yeah. Buying and selling, baby. Buying and selling.
There's a lot of little towns to go to where they have no claims to fame.
Gotcha. No claim to fame other than the Mary Poppins thing. Yeah, I don't know. I live in a tiny little suburb north of Denver. It's very relaxed, very chill. Not much happens here. We had a bomb threat at our local grocery store a couple weeks ago, but that was about it. That was weird. I'm gonna say that was weird. A bomb threat at our grocery store. Like, who blows up kumquats? Who blows up fucking the produce section? What a bunch of dicks. Who would do that? It's a good produce section, too. I get my cucumbers there, baby. Yeah.
Was it a substantiated bomb threat or just one of those idiots being idiots?
Idiots being idiots. Yeah, idiots being idiots. Idiots being idiots. Not a fan of idiots being idiots there, bud.
It's just one of those things. It's like the squatting, like it gets the maximum payback without minimal effort.
Yeah.
They can watch chaos unfold for hours and hours from one phone call.
Yep. That's basically what we got the all clear about an hour after like the quote unquote bomb squad got there. It's like, you know, what do we why does my little town have a bomb squad? Like, there's no reason for that. That's so stupid.
No,
I think.
There was no reason for them. But now they're vilified.
Yeah, that's true.
This is why we exist.
They're like, see? I told you there was going to be a reason for us.
All those hours we've been sitting around waiting is for this.
Just for this. A little bit too much red. Scubble it away, everybody. Just gotta scubble it away. Look at that. Oh, just blend it in. Just fold in the cheese, everybody. You know about folding in the cheese? If you don't, everybody should watch Schitt's Creek. It's a good show. It's a fun show. I like that show.
Fold it in the cheese.
Fold.
What does that even mean?
You just fold it in, David.
Just fold it. Just fold it in.
I'm glad that you've seen that, man.
Oh, bits and pieces. My wife absolutely loved it, which
Yeah.
is good. I liked it. That was something that I could watch with her, but wasn't a fan of, but she loved.
Yeah.
Which, you know, when you've sort of been together long enough, it's hard to sort of have that divide of, like, that's your thing, and you know.
Totally understand that, man. Totally understand that. I have the same thing going with my. I've been with my wife for a long time, dude. Like a long time. We've been together 18 years almost.
That's a long time.
It's not insignificant. I'll give you that, my friend. I'll give you that.
I think we're at 14 and we're the types too, like, we've seen both of her brother and sister, they've had kids raised with divorce and all that, so it's something that it'll glue us together even more because we've seen what happens and we don't want that for our kids.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
They're all little dirtbags now, they're just not fun kids to be around at all.
Sure. That's hard, dude, when like your family member or friend's kids are kind of pieces of shit. Like, that's hard. Like, we just recently
came to our baby.
What's that?
Nephew came to our baby shower. Our nephew came to the baby shower and he just sat there the whole time, staring at his phone with the headphones on.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you told me about that. I thought that was pretty shit. Pretty shit
Like,
there,
I
bro.
shouldn't punch 15-year-olds. Shouldn't punch 15-year-olds, but I was really tempted that day.
Yeah. I hear you, bruv. I hear you. Just a little bit of touch. Just a little touch of red. Just like
But luckily,
that.
we still kind of like each other as well, which always helps.
That's good. Yeah. Well, you know, can't hurt. Can't hurt, right? Can't hurt. There we go. That's sort of working. Not disappointed in that. We're going to start on the blues here in just a little bit. The blues. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Soon. First, we got to finish up all the panel lining here on the red. I like doing the reds and the blues in sequence.
All right, guys. I'm going to hop off here and jump back watching the stream.
Okay.
I appreciate the conversation. Always a pleasure talking sobriety with you guys.
Anytime, brother. You know that.
Absolutely. I will chat with you guys next time.
Yep. Thanks for hopping in.
Yeah.
Bud.
You're welcome.
I like that John guy. I like him. He's all right. He's okay. I don't care what you say, Travis.
Fading a little bit now, and I'm up in the mountains, and I'm actually like driving through the clouds.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, which is ironic because the higher I get, that's when it'll cut out. When I'm actually in it.
Yeah.
Where are you driving at?
I'm driving from my hometown to Brisbane City, which, if you don't know Brisbane City, it's going to be the host of the 2032 Olympic Games.
It's one of the big big cities in Australia.
So you're going to
Oh,
So
Australia.
big city,
Okay.
Brisbane, Perth.
I thought you got that part from.
What's that? You cut out, bruv. Just like he said he would.
Yeah.
And that was the end of his phone call tonight. And now I'm sad.
I hope he lets us know that he got there.
Yeah, so do I. It's like, Drifter, let us know you got safe.
Driving through the clouds, that must be cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know, I used to live in San Francisco. It's kind of cool driving through the fog.
Did you ever drive to that, what's the Golden Gate Bridge?
Oh yeah, I lived underneath it.
Nice.
Not like a troll. There was an old army base. There was an old army
Not what I
base
was
there.
thinking.
You were thinking it. You were like, this motherfucker's a troll. I fucking knew it. Woodland creature calls himself a Yeti. I knew it.
That's where it's got to be from.
It's gotta be
It
from.
was somewhere.
No, my dad was stationed at the Presidio right before it closed, so we were actually billeted at Fort Baker, which was this little tiny fortress holdover from World War II that they built.
Hell yeah.
To be like it was supposed to overlook the
They
Golden
repurposed
Gate.
it.
Yeah, it got. Well, yeah, now it's been completely repurposed.
That's amazing.
Now it's like all like bed bath and breakfast, that kind of thing, like hotel style stuff. Yeah, that's what it is now. Which, you know,
Speaking of repurposing, though,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
we were talking about driving in geography and repurposing, which is making me think of one place in particular, the Swiss mountains, Switzerland.
Uh-huh.
They actually have enough bunkers to house their entire country from a nuclear apocalypse. Part of their construction efforts from keeping themselves safe in World War II from, Nazi Germany.
Yeah, being right there. Yeah, that's not surprising.
Where literally every one of their borders was surrounded and controlled by Nazi Germany, other than them. They were neutral the whole time.
But they were stuck in their mountain fortresses.
Literally, like, they have cannons in the mountains, dude. I'm not even joking.
That doesn't surprise me at all, dude.
They have, like, TNT lining every single... This is something that they're actively decommissioning still. I don't know if they're done yet. I'm serious, bro. They had, like, TNT in every single way into the country.
I believe you.
That's bonkers. Bridges, tunnels, all of it. They lined it all. Like, you want to come? Okay, we're going to blow up. We're going to blow the roads up.
I mean, it's so hard to invade when there's no infrastructure, you know?
I mean, the infrastructure they have is so easily controlled, too, which I think is amazing.
Well,
especially in terms of World War II.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's interesting. I didn't know.
Like, the way they repurposed the bunkers, though, is they're like...
Mm-hmm.
They're literally just like in people's houses, businesses. Like, it's a washroom, it's like a storage room, but it's not. It's actually like a bunker that's going to keep you safe from radiation. I think that's fucking sick.
That's it. It's at least interesting.
It doesn't cost much. It's just concrete, really.
Yeah, just. I mean, they don't like lead.
A lot of concrete. We're talking about like almost a foot of concrete here.
Yeah.
With a steel door. Jesus.
I don't think anybody's nuking anybody anymore.
Right. I hope it's not going to come to that, but.
Yeah, I'm not particularly concerned. I mean, I saw Jericho.
Even if nukes are in the equation, like, I don't live in a place where I need to be concerned.
Yeah. I kind of do. Denver. I mean, Denver is a major population center, so there's always a possibility that it gets targeted. But
you're definitely going to want to be in places with a lot of trees and preferably hills as well.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know, dude. It's all wacky to me. I just want to paint my models. Just want to have chill model painting sessions, painting my models with my.
You know what? I really wish I could paint.
Tunes. You can, man. Just gotta try.
I really wish I could paint like a figurine of a Fallout 4 suit of armor. The power armor.
Yeah, they have them.
I think that would be really fucking fun.
They exist, man. Just gotta find it. Probably find it on like.
I know, right? I gotta Google it. That takes so much work.
It's so hard.
I think the phones that we have nowadays are awesome.
They are awesome.
Arguably the most powerful thing in human history, but who am I to say?
I think you could make an argument for that. I do. I think you can make absolutely make an argument for that, dude. I don't think that's offsides.
Maybe not a smartphone, but phones.
Yep.
Nokia. Let's talk about it.
Fuck. How long has it been since you saw one of those?
No, I've never had a Nokia
I think the last
phone.
time. I didn't have one, but I knew it. We all
They're
knew it.
they're still trucking.
Yeah, all three of them.
They're like IKEA. You can't kill them.
Oh, we're trying. Lord knows we're trying. Oh, fuck. That's all right. It's okay. It's okay. There are no mistakes. Happy little accidents. That's all they are. Happy little accidents. I know how to fix oil paint.
It's just a custom decal.
Yeah, that's it. It's just a custom decal, William. Ain't no thing. What'd you do today, man? Anything good?
Sobriety.
Good. Sobriety's all right.
My life is pretty
Tweezus!
boring right now.
What's up, brother? How are you, man? Thanks for the prime. Appreciate the heck out of it. How are you doing, brother? Hope you are well.
Is it me you're looking
Yeah, you know it's you I'm looking for. I can see it in your eyes. I can see
Sorry.
it in your eyes. You're all I've ever wanted.
To be fair.
To be fair. What's up, bruv?
Give your balls a tug, you tit fucker.
How have you been? I hope it has been good. I hope you have been well, my friend. I am listening to tunes. I got playoff hockey on in the background. Watching Seattle beat my Avs, unfortunately. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't like it. We need to win this game. It's a game at home, too. Like, what the hell? Come on, Avalanche. Ah, fuck. Too much paint. Too much paint on the brush. Too much paint on my brush. Gotta get it off of there. Too much paint on my brush. That's okay. I have a solution. Literally. And by solution, I mean white spirits. Which is how you get rid of all that shit. There we go. Much better. Much better. Gotta get my paints thinned. I realized that my family is super toxic. Oh shit. What happened on the trip, man? Tell me a story. You can come in if you want. It's me and Travis in here just chilling. Oh, there it is. That was the line right there. Just doing some panel lining. Yep, just doing the lines, man. Just doing lines. Just straight up doing lines. And not those kind of lines either. One sec? Yeah, take your time, bro. Take your time, bro. Let's see if we can clean up that white a little bit. Yeah, we need to do a little more red there. Where's our red brush? Ooh, too much. Sup, bruv?
Not much. I accidentally went to the general channel. I was like, whoops.
That's all right.
Um,
Nobody saw the mistake. What's happening?
Oh, nothing. Where'd it go? Anyway,
Oh no.
Anyway, so
Yeah, your family's all toxic, huh? What the fuck?
it is. Well, I mean, that trip, man, Phoenix sucks. I don't know why. Dude, there's only two things to do there if you don't have a job, and that's to eat food and hide indoors.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Like, I spent like $400 or $500 on just food.
Just food? What the fuck?
Yeah, because I mean, we just kept going out to eat. There's a lot of good restaurants there. I'm not going to deny that at all. There was some tasty ass food. First night I was there, I was eating sushi, just bomb, and it was bomb.
That was good sushi.
But oh yeah, like, don't get me wrong. So the best part of the trip was all that awesome food that I ate, but it was just like, I don't know, it was just super toxic. My sister was all being a bridezilla, but but it wasn't just that. I don't know, like one of my aunts I haven't seen in probably at least 30 years.
Yeah.
I avoid her because she was always anti-man when I was a child.
Nice.
So
that's what you want to hear.
Yeah, amazing, right? Yeah, so
that's comforting.
Yeah, so I avoided her at all costs. It's fortunate though that my cousin, her only daughter, did not. Well, I don't know if she will turn out like that, but she did not. She got married and has kids, and I guess I don't know how her relationship is. I haven't talked to her in, I don't know, at least 15 years. I don't even know how to get a hold of her. Anyway, so I avoided her, but yeah, her and my mom are there. But my mom is just super toxic.
Oh man, I'm
super
sorry to hear
toxic. Yeah, it's all right. She's like trying to walk around, trying to act like trying to tell everyone that like, my kids don't love me. My kids don't love me. It's like, dude, the only reason. Yeah, I'm like, dude, the only reason why I even live in this state is because you're still here. And that's because I know there's no one else here for you. So, I mean, my sister's not going to come up here. But yeah, I don't know. It was just, I don't know. There was a lot of Brandon bashing the whole time. So,
Oh,
it's
brother.
yeah. It's all good, dude. I'm chilling.
You are
I'm
fucking
chilling.
appreciated as hell around here, man.
No, I was appreciated. As soon as I got to work, everyone, like, I got super big smiles from a lot of people.
That's good.
I can't even imagine. And then one of the other gals I work with, I don't know what happened. She went on a leave of absence starting, I guess, yesterday.
Mhm.
They had to rewrite the schedules, so I don't know. She's the one that I've always been concerned about, though. I don't know if she's coming back or not, because this is kind of the same thing she did. She worked for the Starbucks in Barnes and Noble, and before she left there is kind of what she did. I mean, I don't know. She's not a terrible person or anything like that. I hope she figures out what she needs to figure out.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. Anyway,
Gotcha.
yeah. So the trip was kind of bunk. I actually ended up coming back early.
Yeah.
Because everyone left, so I was like there for 6 days. I was supposed to be there for 7 days. I'd fly out yesterday at like 3 or something. But Monday I just decided to just drive out with my mom. Yeah. I mean, everyone was leaving. I was just done with it. My cousin was there too. And she half fought on my side, and then at the same time she would defend me like from the other people, but then she would, use her opportunities to be a beater as well. I'm like, dude, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not cool, dude. Come on. But anyway, so like, I don't know. I was gonna leave like the second day. I was ready to change, like just go use my money because I mean, I went down there. I mean, I was ready. I was prepared to go have a good time down there. It was my sister's wedding. I planned to spend time with my sister, my new brother-in-law, and do all that. I was supposed to see my dad. I mean, I did see my dad, but as far as planning a hangout with him, he just never responded. So that was awesome too. Yeah. I guess he's drinking again too, which is probably why. I think he's kind of ashamed. I don't think he really wanted to drink in front of me or anything like that. So
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I honestly don't think that he should drink, because I've seen what happens in a short period of time with him when he does drink.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've literally seen this dude straight smoke crack. My dad has smoked crack in front of me, dude. Like, for real. Yeah. I'm like, when I found out he was drinking again, and my sister straight up was the one who told him that, fuck it, you should have a beer anyway. So basically, what it is at this point, my stepmom died, who was with forever, and he's probably just super depressed. And
yeah.
So my sister probably was just fucking over it, was just like, whatever. So, I don't know.
Not great of your sister. What the fuck, dude? Like,
I know. Super fun, super awesome. I love to see stuff be untangled. My dad had been sober for so many years, and he hadn't had a beer. I mean, we're talking a long time. We're talking like 16 years or so. He hadn't had a beer.
Yeah.
I think it was even longer. Yeah, it was longer for marijuana, but he definitely smoked weed in front of me too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he tried to smoke weed with me, but there was not enough. So,
I would share this with you, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah. So that happened. All those events happened like that. That was like when I first moved out to Seattle, Condale, and that was 20 some odd years ago.
Yeah.
So, and my aunt was up there too. My real aunt.
Mm-hmm.
So, she was there, and she's on like her 4th marriage. So, she's hella judgy on people and just crazy stuff. I don't know.
Nobody
just hella toxic.
Glass houses and throwing stones. Anybody talk to her about that? Explain that.
No. Oh my God. It wouldn't even matter. It's like talking to a brick wall.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's still not going to move. The brick wall's just cemented to the ground right there.
The brick wall is what the brick wall is.
Yeah, the brick wall is doing exactly what it is designed to do. It was built to stay right there on its foundation, not moving ever except to crumble and be gone.
Yeah.
Which is an unfortunate way, I feel, to live your life, because I'd rather be like a tree where even if something gets hacked off or something gets destroyed, I mean, I'll just keep growing, son, because I'm a tree and I want to drop seeds everywhere. That's right, going into plant metaphors. I love it. Anyway,
dude.
Well, I mean, my wish when I die is to be balled up and put under a tree. Like, I want them to grow. I want to be a tree grown out of me. That is what I want. So, Brandon,
think of worse ways to spend the entirety of eternity, bro.
And I see that Otter hopped in for a hot minute, it looked like. Where'd he go?
Oh,
yeah, I'm looking at Discord. I'm not even watching it. I mute it because I get lost.
No, I get it.
So, yeah.
He likes the paint streams. I like doing
It's
the paint
chill.
streams. Yeah, they're
No,
chill,
you're
man.
good. Get it.
They're chill, man.
See.
I like being chill. I wanted to be chill today. I worked out. I got that in. I felt good.
Nice.
Sucked getting there, but it was good after I did. So, it always does, dude. That's just how it is, man.
Yeah. No, I can get it. I dig it. It's what it is. I mean, this is I came back my first day back, and I mean, my first day back at work was today, so
yeah,
I did that. All hyped up, drinking an energy drink. I drank like the whole time, the whole 7 days I was gone. I drank maybe like 4 energy drinks, but I drank mostly just water and coffee.
That's good.
That was about it.
That's good.
Yeah, and well, I mean, even with the coffee was kind of bad because everywhere I went, I was just getting like quad shots everywhere. Oh, that was the other thing. Me and my cousin, for every time we went out to go get something to eat, we would find a bakery as well and go get pastries.
Nice.
So that's why it was so expensive. Like, we went to some like patisseries or something. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to something like that, and then we went to some other ones. I don't even know. There were so many. We went to one that was like, we went and got what was called. We went out to Tucson for this. We went out and got a Sonoran dog, which is basically a deep fried hot dog served in this crazy bun, and it's got like beans in it and mustard and onions and ketchup and just, I don't know, it's just a whole big old thing. And then you can get, I didn't get it because it was really big and I wanted to try other stuff.
I just sounds like my colon exploding, bro.
Oh, I'm definitely still hurting. Definitely killing noses. Still killing. Dude, I hurt myself. I got in the truck. I got out of Walmart because I don't really have any food right now because I just got back. Yeah, and instead of being responsible, I went and hung out with my buddy yesterday. I only had like 3-4 hours of sleep, and then I tried to play disc golf, and it just did not work out well for me. I couldn't play very well, and I was just so disinterested. He was like, well, at least have fun. I was like, dude, it's not that I'm not having fun. I was like, I told you I'm dead. I have like 3 hours of sleep, have nothing. There's just nothing in my tank. I'm not mad. I'm not happy.
I ain't got no spoons, bruv. I ain't got no spoons.
Yeah. It's nothing regardless. I mean, I played all the way up. The only hole I didn't finish was the very last hole, and that's because when I went to make my second shot, the second shot was so bad. I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm done. You know,
and tweezes.
I mean, he was, yeah. Well, I mean, we had that, and we had my other buddy that I was there too. That we all disc golf together. So, and he doesn't. That guy doesn't drink at all. He's like, well, I don't know what he is now because he's got dad bod now. But he used to. He has like some kind of degree in sports medicine. So he's always dropping tips at me every time we talk. Like he was telling me how to. I got one of those things so that I can stretch my calves out. Like I could sit on my bed or the floor. It doesn't matter. And and stretch that leg out without the knee bending, which is my problem. So I'll do it tonight before I lay down. But he was teaching me the resistance part of it, like I didn't know about at all. And he was like, yeah, you get to your full stretch and then you use your leg to pull back and you do the resistance on it. And he's like you do that for like, I don't know, just like 10-20 seconds, and then you could stop. He's like, it's not anything crazy. He's like, it just helps build up those muscles to help stretch it out more, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know what the science is. I don't know. Sure. I'm just like, all right, awesome.
You're trusting him. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So that's cool. So doing that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It could have been, I mean, I wasn't way excited. It could have been way better, but whatever. I got those 2 concerts coming up in July.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
If I can, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna totally gonna try, but I don't know if it'll happen. But I want to try to go to PAX in Seattle this year.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be super fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I haven't been there in years. I still have my pass from the first time I went there.
Do you?
I've only been there one time. Cool. Yeah, I have the pass and
not in frame. Sorry.
My League of Legends account that is not level. It sucks because I hate that game. I think it sucks. Has some PAX exclusive skins on it that I should probably try to sell that account one day, just because.
Why not, dude?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't played that. I haven't even logged into that account probably in at least 10 years.
Sure.
Because money was spent on it, they don't get rid of them.
Yeah. They're not. They don't. Ain't gonna get rid of your shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I took my. Well, go ahead.
No, just it sucks that you had kind of a shit.
Yeah, it's alright.
With your family, that always sucks, dude. Like I feel for you.
Nah, it's gravy. It just here's the deal is, and I think everyone has to do it, is sometimes to learn that you have grown, you have to walk back where you have been to see where you have gotten to, and to see tons of the people in my family that were so judgy and talk down on me, and for years in my life, this is my dad's side, because I mean I really wasn't around my mom's side while I was drinking. I mean, they all knew I was drinking, but yeah, most of the time I was drinking, I was in the Seattle area, so but they all look down at me and be all judgy on me, and now they're all drinking again and shit like that, and I'm like, like my aunt is too, and she's been sober for hella years too.
Yeah.
And she's hella judgy, so it's like, oh man.
Oh, come on, lady. You no need for that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find it amusing.
It's sad, man. It just makes me sad. People not making good decisions for themselves, not trying to be the best version of themselves, not even knowing what the best version of themselves could be. Like, it makes me sad.
Well,
I want.
Well, yeah, my dad. I mean, my dad gave up is pretty much what's going on. So
yeah,
that's why I think he's ready. He wants to just go be with Barb. So that's her name. That's my stepmom's name, Barb. He just wants to be with her. That's it. I get it, because she's the only woman that stuck with him, and I get it. He was a terrible fucking person. So when he was young, no, I'm being so serious.
I believe you. I just that's still.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick about it.
No, it's just not easy to hear your friend.
I know.
have to
I know.
describe like people being shitty to them. Like I feel defensive for you because you're my boy.
No, I get it, and I'm thankful. No, my assistant manager, as soon as she seen me, she was super happy to see me. So
yeah,
that's awesome. We've gotten along like the whole time. I guess at first, at the very beginning, she had to be talked into trusting who I was. Because she started there when I was in a real angry time. Angry boy.
Angry tweez.
Yeah. Hey, it happens. Just,
angry tweez.
I am great and powerful.
I know.
Yeah, it was actually funny because there was a girl training there today, and she didn't know who I was. So she kept going to one of our other gals, and she's a teenage gal as well.
Yeah.
And so after she finished her training, she was going over to the other girl. I was like, "Hey, what's your name?" So, hell, actually, kind of rude. I just thought it was kind of funny because she kept not talking to me. She like was avoiding talking to me, and I was obviously like a manager because when she first came in there, I was like getting tills and shit. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, yeah. So I was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Yep, my name is Brandon. Manager up in here. You know what's up? Good to meet you. Have a good night." Because I haven't met this one. I think I met two of the other ones that we might be getting. I don't know how many we got, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see.
More.
Right. Well, we got my assistant manager. She's gonna be gone for like a month and a half at least because she's pregnant and she's about to pop.
Oh yeah.
So she's gone, and then one girl already transferred away, which sucks. She was really good. Another gal is she's gone too. She's going to another store.
Oh.
So it sucks. And she's going to another store because there's just some bullshit happened, and the manager was vindictive with the schedule. So.
Oh no.
She was like, yeah, she's like, nah, I'm not down for that.
See ya.
Yeah, so she's super good worker that we lost, which sucks. I don't know if we're gonna lose anyone else or not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Everything's about to change because it's about to be summer. And I guess we got a girl. There's this girl that's coming in to transfer. I actually trained her a long time ago. She was there. She basically got her job when I was just a trainer and not a manager. So I got to train her. Two of the girls that I trained are still there. Pretty well. I only trained 3 girls. One of them left immediately. She moved to Boise, and the other girl, she just goes out to Utah for school and comes back in summer. So she's back. And the other girl, I guess, works mornings. My peoples are good. Maybe, I don't know. That's interesting.
Believe in them.
I do. Oh, I believe in all my girls. Yeah, they're all good. But I haven't seen no one's like, there's only like a couple people that see me because I only worked a night shift today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'll see like hella people. We'll see what happened.
Cool.
Stores like.
Cool.
Yeah.
What you getting ready to play?
I don't know. I was thinking about playing Moonlighter.
Oh, that's a great game.
That. Oh, I know.
I like that game.
There's that one. I like that one, and I like this other one called Against the Storm.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've been playing that.
Yeah, that one is that one's an interesting sim builder. It's a roguelike, so basically shit changes, and the way that it's roguelike is you build like an RTS gathering game. So you've played Age of Empires, right?
Yeah, a long time ago, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, have you played StarCraft and any of those games?
Yeah,
okay, any kind of RTS. So you know at the start of all those games, the point is to build bases to gather resources, right?
Yep.
So this one is the same deal, except you don't fight anything. You don't build military units. You just try to build houses and you just farm the map. You farm the trees.
Okay.
You farm the resources, and then eventually it gets to a point. There's either you lose or you win. And the way you win is by clearing out these glades, by doing whatever the event is there, or by completing these random cards. And you get to select out of a couple, which you could, as you level up, you can increase the amount. That's part of the roguelike part. So you could choose how your city starts or whatever. It's kind of weird, kind of fun. But yeah, once you hit that point, you basically are done with that city. You can do another turn if you want, but. You know, I don't know if you get anything or not. You probably get some kind of. I bet you get you can probably get some weird thing that's for an achievement.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I got up. I was doing pretty good in it, and then I seen Moonlighter was on sale, so I got that too.
That's a good game.
I also got War Tales. If you haven't played that, that one's pretty interesting. That's a co-op game. I kind of want to. Yeah, I kind of want to play that with somebody because I think it'd be way more fun. But I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a stream game. It's more of a one of those games we'd set aside and kind of just play at certain times together. You know what I mean? Like it'd be kind of fun if it was a set aside like a couple hours a week or something for like 4 of us to get together. It's basically like a D&D game that we just play as mercenaries and run around and kill shit.
Gotcha.
And yeah, and you can die. You have to get new characters.
You know, it's not that I'm opposed. It's almost always.
I get it.
It's a time thing.
You have time. I know. That's why I haven't said anything about it.
Because
I got it.
We will be playing Rogue Trader on.
Yeah, but you know it's a single player game, right?
What? I thought it was multi. Fuck.
No, Rogue Trader is single player. So you should still play, dude. I think you would still enjoy it. I think you should play it 100%. Go out and play because I'm gonna be playing at the same time. So I mean, I wish we could play, but you know, the one that needs to be multiplayer is that bolt gun game. I mean, the only reason
that would be cool.
The only reason I haven't bought it yet is because I think it's stupid that I can't play it yet. If it should already be ready at this point. If you want to sell it, it's like 10% discount. So I bet you if it comes out before Christmas, like a month before Christmas, it'll be on sale 25% off, easy.
Yeah.
Then it'll be time to play. What else is there? Oh, I want to play the.
Oh, we've been playing a little bit of Warframe on stream.
Oh, cool.
Which is all right. I like that game. That's fun. What's that?
Bracken.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, bud?
Yo.
Oh, I've just been through internet reception hell.
Yeah. Oh.
Sounds
you were in
like
the mountains, bruv. You were in the mountains.
Oh, it's well beyond that, and I couldn't even get my GPS to work or anything. It was just completely dead.
Lame.
Yeah.
Literally lame. I don't like it. Take it back. Take it back.
And my location definitely died after that.
Well, welcome back, Drifter.
Yeah, back into wide open space, so it should be working all right now.
Nice.
Very nice. What are you driving through?
What do you mean? Sorry.
What part
No, I mean
what part of the country?
What part of the world?
Yeah, he's in Australia.
Okay.
I'm about an hour outside of Brisbane, Australia.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, have you been around while Drifter's been around? Yeah. So Drifter's a guy he's a YouTuber from Australia. He's got a small channel, like 300 some odd subs.
Oh, nice.
And he happened upon us one day, and he's been hopping into Discord and saying hey, and it's been nice to have folks to chat with, and you know how it is.
Yeah.
I like people.
Yeah, I just been busy. I've been around for 10 months now as my
as your prime
prime sub. Yeah. So I just been busy this month. I had a wedding to go to. I had to deal with angry people.
I wanted to ask you guys an opinion about something.
Yeah.
So I got into a debate with some American older ladies the other day in regards to this topic.
Sure.
So, in New Zealand, they have made it where if you're born after the year 2008, you'll never be able to buy tobacco products legally. Like, they're phasing it out so kids cannot smoke. Like, yes,
That's
they can
awesome.
end up, if pot's legalized, then sure, or vapes, if the technology improves, all that stuff's still on the table. But they're eliminating them from being able to buy tobacco. And these women lost it and said that that's taking away human rights. And I'm like, but it's smoking. There's they were like so like, no, that's so wrong. New Zealand's crossed the line there. And I'm like, how's this not a positive? Like how? So
Yeah, that's a positive.
Or is that?
No.
Okay, that's good. I couldn't believe
No.
it. I'm like, they were astounded that a country would do that.
I mean, isn't France phasing out gasoline cars here as well, like by 2030 or something?
Yeah.
There's like
well,
some
no, the
other
sale
countries
of
doing the same thing.
new gasoline cars. So
Yeah,
it's not
yeah, I
quite
mean-
phasing it. So the problem is, like, battery technology is not and will not for the next 10 years be up to the task of the enormous amount of shipping that is required to feed all of these gigantic, 6-7 million people cities. So, like, they are going to
They're just
have to
gonna-
figure out some way to continue to have fossil fuels, but they want to limit it for private citizenry to be able to purchase new vehicles like that, which, like, I recognize why. I like the no tobacco thing. I like cigars and I like my pipe. I don't do that very often. I make, pretty good decisions when it comes to my health, but I do have a vice or two here and there. Like, what's next? Fatty foods? Like, are you going to try to get to a place where the only thing that you're allowed to consume is food that is just healthy? Vegetarian, non,
It's definitely one of those slippery slope things where, if they do this, then what's next? But I think we haven't reached that point yet. I think tobacco is a good thing, but then if they move on to something else, then you might be like, oh, now you're really pushing the friendship here.
The problem is I want people to make good decisions. I want people to exercise their freedoms accurately, and I don't want governments impeding on those freedoms. However, I also recognize that as an adult, as a smart person, sometimes people are idiots. And especially when it comes to addicts like me, that is a, nearly ubiquitous statement, like if alcohol was banned, it would no longer affect me, right? It wouldn't affect me anymore. I don't drink, but I think that the world would be a poorer place if we didn't have access to alcohol.
Understand, 2 in Australia, cigarettes are basically like $1 each.
That's expensive.
So, like, I used to work at McDonald's, and there'd be kids there, 16, 17, just starting out in the world.
Yeah.
And they're literally working their 3-hour shift to buy a packet of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yep. I've seen it.
Yeah, me too. It exists. Hey, Lethel, what's up, buddy? Good evening. Haven't seen you round these parts in forever. And I missed you, Lethel. I missed you. But I'm watching hockey. I got hockey on the screen.
I think it might be
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Drifter.
I was going to say, it opens up.
Lost you.
Station can still be there. There's still plenty of other options that will be better by the time these kids want to be inhaling stuff into their lungs. It just won't be big tobacco, that's all.
Sure. Yeah,
But
I don't know how to feel about it.
As a standpoint of, like, I'm about to have 2 kids, and they'll never know my mother because she died young because of smoking.
Sure.
My cousins, their mother died 10 years before my mother, so they never knew their grandkids as well. So yes, like the person I was talking to said, "Oh, but my 93-year-old uncle, he smoked every day in his life, and never had any issues and all that." It's like, I get there's exceptions, but that doesn't bring my mother back.
Yeah, no, I get it. I got you. Fuck, net is empty. Come on, Avalanche, tie it up. Send us to overtime. Keep me up all night long, painting miniatures and watching puck. That's what I want.
I don't know. I'm okay with the no more sales of tobacco or whatever. That'll be fine, I would think. Yeah. I think it depends on what you're talking about. If you start trying to like target health foods, then and try to force people to eat just like fucking vegetables and shit like that, then you're probably gonna go too far. But I'm okay with the tobacco part.
Yeah,
I know Will's not too happy about that, but I understand as I was a smoker and I did the same thing, and I don't know, and I'm stupid. So sometimes things just need to be taken away. That's the way I feel.
Well, I understand why you feel that way, and I respectfully have to disagree.
I know. I'm not even trying to like convince you or anything, because
Like I said, it's definitely a slippery slope, but it's just, whether this is the point that you jump off and be like, no, that's overreaching, or whether it's then food or alcohol or what. But for me, tobacco is one that I'm happy to be like, I'm okay with this, but don't push the friendship anymore.
Sure. The problem is that's not how government ever works.
A lot of people are worried about that with COVID. They're like, they're never going to give you your rights back once they take them. But for the most part, I think the world's reopened and it is 95% back to how it was. Like they're not restricting us and getting us to sign in to go to grocery shopping or anything anymore. Like relatively normal again.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm not on frame. Sorry about that. Gotta be on frame. Just chill music.
I'll probably go against speed anyway because I got 12 kilometers and I got my turn off. So
gotcha.
The lady will chirp in and start giving directions, and I don't want to annoy you guys.
I'm sorry, good sir. I haven't been on the Twitch lately. You're okay, man. You're all right. I just missed you. It's date night though, so now I'm off to do something with my lover over here. All right, buddy.
there you go, though. Have a good night.
And Seattle fucking wins. And I am a sad hockey fan.
There's one technology I can invest in. I reckon Discord has got a very good upside to it compared to a lot of others.
Sure.
I
like Discord.
I'd put money into it over TikTok. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah. I'm not a huge fan of TikTok. That's because I just think it's kind of brain dead. Like, I don't know. I think that I like Discord because it's direct conversations. And
you can segment it. Be like, this is where we chat. This is where we talk about this. This is where we talk about that.
Yep.
So that's what I hate about Facebook groups. It'll be a Facebook group that gets 10,000 people, and then the people that run it will put up these random posts about, I thought you guys might be interested in that. It's like, no, I'm here for this.
Yeah, I came for the thing that this is about. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I joined this to talk about Transformers. Don't be talking to me about G.I. Joe.
Ever.
I would join a G.I. Joe forum if I wanted
if I want to talk about goddamn G.I. Joes,
I love me some G.I. Joe.
Yeah. But then if it's stay in your lane, like that's why you've got 5,000 people, because you talk about that.
Stay in your
Don't
lane.
stray away from that.
That's funny, bro.
As soon as any sort of Facebook group starts posting other stuff, I'm like, no, I'm not. You're in my feed for this and this alone.
Yep.
I feel like our rugby league, our football over here, the NRL on Facebook, they actually then will put up the women's NRL. And it's like, no, there's a Facebook group.
You have your own space.
The women's.
Oh, we're losing him.
Yep.
We're done losing him. I miss him.
Different. They're not the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed like all that except for not the same thing.
Yeah, you said a lot of words, but we
heard the ending. It's like watching a new movie and all you got was the ending.
Yep.
And you're like, shit.
Talking about the WNBA. I said if you subscribe to the NBA, you don't want to get WNBA results.
Yeah.
No.
It's like, that's not what I signed up for. It's not what I wanted. It's not that
I wouldn't even go to.
I
wouldn't even go to a regular NBA game, so I probably would not go to a WNBA game either.
Yeah.
I'd be like, forget both your groups. Get out of here. I'm here to talk about the San Francisco Giants, the baseball team, just to break everyone down.
Just to bust balls. Just to bust balls.
I don't even know anything about it. That's a team I used to like when I was a kid, but I haven't watched baseball in I don't even remember how long.
A minute. Oh, I used to like baseball. No,
I'm
it's
going to
just
start
hockey.
getting directions soon, so I'll let you guys go.
All right, bruv.
All right,
Thanks,
Drifter. Have a good night.
Thanks for calling in, man. It's great to hear from you.
Keep not drinking.
That's the plan, baby. That's
Yeah.
the plan.
You go.
What about spring water?
Still not drink. Woo!
Woo! Hey, I didn't drink. Somebody
That's what
congratulate
people never understand
me.
is drink.
Yeah.
What happens?
Alcohol and food are like that. That it's hard because it's you need food, you need drink. So they're two of the hardest things to give up because they're things that you need.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
you still have to eat. You diet. You still have to feed yourself. It's just having to make the right choices. You still
But I
drink.
don't have to
It's
eat
just, making
or
the right
drink.
choice. That's what makes them, I think, much
Terrible
harder
shit.
to quit.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Yeah. All right, Bob.
No, he's done.
Yeah, he's an interesting cat, though.
Sounds like it. Oh man.
Yes, he is. He's a nice guy. I like him so far. He's all
I actually
by
think-
me.
I'm thinking I'm going to lay down myself.
Go get some sleepies.
Yeah, I'm getting. The time shift was really weird to me, so
Yeah.
I didn't know what to think. So I'm just like, "Argh." And it was really hot there, so I was just like going to bed early.
Mm-hmm.
You know, try to sleep when it was cooler. Otherwise, I can't sleep. Yeah. But all right, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bud.
All right.
It's great to hear from you. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. I'll see you at least Friday.
Yep. We'll chat soon.
Yep. Later.
Good to hear from Tweezus. I always like Tweezus. He's our boy. Not showing you guys enough of the actual model here, am I? We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing. There we go. This is why oils are so much fun to paint with. Because it's just easy, and you make a mistake and you just kind of wipe it away. Some like really easy dry brushing too. Get the underslings. Just like that. Even though my abs lost, and I'm as sad as I can be, and I am as sad as I can be, still feels good to get some paint on a model. Paint on the model. Look at all that just happening. Can't be helped. Has to be done. Has to be done, y'all. In just a minute, we'll do some scubbling. Turn all this beautiful mess into creamy, creamy blends. Creamy, creamy, dreamy blends, everybody. Sorry, not putting it right in front, am I? It's hard. It's hard to get it up there. Oh man, we got a ton of like shit back here. Let's clear some of this out, shall we? Oh, that actually might be not oil paint. I think that's non-oil paint. So we need to blue that. We need to give that some bluing. Which we can do. I've been trained. I know how to put blue on a model. Just like that. There it is. Look at that. Ooh, I blued it. I blued it all up, you guys. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Take our scubbling brush. We'll just blend that on in. Look at that. Ooh, doggy. We're done with that. See how quick that was? Oh, you guys didn't even see it, did you? Shit. I just love me some oil paints. Makes so many things so much easier. All right, now we're going to go over the whole thing with the scubbling, with the scubbler. Then we're probably going to call it quits for the night, just because it's been a long damn day, and I'm a little sleepy. Not a lot sleepy, but a little. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't just a little sleepy. You scubble in the direction of the line, just like that. Creates beautiful, beautiful highlights. Beautiful fucking highlights. Look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, treat me wrong. Treat me right. See how it softens all of that? It just completely melts all of that away. And all you're left with is just this beautiful transition, this buttery, creamy, sort of metallic sheen to everything. I love oil paints. Just fucking love them. Love them. Can't help but love oil paints, baby. So good. It's just so good. I can't help it. I love it. Later, Drifter. I see your message, baby. Yeah. And we're missing a couple little spots. Like here. We actually need to clean our brush a little bit. No big deal. I can't believe Avalanche lost. The Avs lost. They keep giving up 2 goals in the first fucking period and then never crawling back from it. It's really fucking frustrating. I think. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? I agree with me. A little bit of white here and there. I'm off screen. You gotta tell me when I'm off screen, guys. Gotta tell me when that happens. Yell at me. Come into the chat. Tell me how terrible I am at this. Gotta love the Archer. One of my favorite mechs. Ah, too much white. Right there. So what do? We blend it away. Just blend it away, everybody. Or we find our blue and we bring back a little bit of that blue. And suddenly, no harm, no foul. Gotta love that, right? Oh yeah, look at that. Boom! Fixed it. Fucking fixed it. Smooth and creamy blends, everybody. Smooth and creamy blends. Pretty pleased with the way he's coming along. Pretty pleased. Oof. And that's my back. That hurts a little bit right now. Let's see. Let's do a little... do just a little bit up here in the corners. Pretend that the sun is coming in from over his right shoulder. That's what we'll pretend. Oh yeah, that worked so well. Hell yes. Hell yes. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Here. Not bad. Not bad at all. These parts aren't going to see nearly as much light. They'll get a little bit, but they're not going to get nearly as much. So we got to be a little bit careful with how much of this white that we put on, because we want a little bit of highlighting, but not a ton. Not a ton. And then we just scubbled away some of our highlight here, so we're going to bring that back with a little bit of blue right there. That's just going to blend almost seamlessly right in there. There we go. There we go. Much better. Much happier with that. We'll scubble this in right here. Alrighty. See if we can cover up that little red spot in the back. I don't think we can. No, we can't. That's okay. That's all right. Get that right there. We'll get this spot right back here. chilling. We're just chilling. Got a little bit of work back here to do. Not too shabby. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. There we go. Blend it away. Just blend it away. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way that he looks so far. Got a couple more things to do on him, but not too much. I think maybe a little bit of highlight right here. And then some right there, definitely. Takes all those brush marks away. Just does so much freaking work for you. Just blending it all in. Just like that. And I think we wanted our sunlight to come from this direction, so definitely gonna have some higher highlights over here. Just like that, and then we'll scubble that away. There we go. There we go. I don't know. I think he's pretty friggin' close to done. I think we've got a lot of work to do on the other three, but for tonight, I think I'm gonna call it good. We're gonna clean up here, and yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I mean, we painted for what, 3 hours 40 minutes? Pretty pleased. Let's take these glasses off, and I'll see the world with regular eyeballs. Those are just readers, man. They ain't nothing special. So yeah, we're gonna call it a night for tonight. You guys, thank you so much for joining me for another paint stream. I just wanted something nice and chill and relaxed, and you guys helped to give me that, and I really appreciate it. You guys all take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time on Friday when we have Friday night hunts. We'll enjoy the shit out of that, and yeah, you guys all take care of yourselves. Stay sober if you need to. Go check out Andrew Huberman's alcohol information. It's really good. Really good. You guys all take care of yourselves. We'll see you Friday. Good night, everybody. If I can ever get, cleared to stop the stream. Warm, creamy regards.